technology. And so the few black states we got in the United States now the cable system will be up for grabs because we don't have the money and we can't compete with the white system. You can't get your information in. And that would not happen to organizations like the Hispanics. Because see, the Hispanics are small enough, they build communities. Their language, they build a fence around their community. Use their culture to protect their community. Where is your culture in Los Angeles? Where is your fence? And we're going to talk about that later on. You're going there. The fourth thing that's going to happen to you is that this whole contract with white America is not anti-liberalism. It is not anti-Democratic Party, but it's anti-Clinton. So they were trying to answer questions to the haunting price of white America for about 30-something years. That is, what do you have 36 million obsolete blacks on? That's what the contract was for. And how they concluded that, you see they got 1,200 white think tanks in America. 1,200 white think tanks. You got one owned black think tank, and that's the Harvard Institute I'm trying to run. They got 3,000 employees with a $500 million budget. I got a few volunteers. No staff, no money. But you see, in this country, no blacks wants to give my black think tank the money to help our leaders. And when I ask them for money, what they say is that we can't give you money. I said, why not? They said, what is your organization for? I said, to help black America. He said, who's going to benefit? I said, black folk. He said, who's not working? I said, black folk. He said, ooh, too black. And the first thing that comes to my mind is, how can you be too black? What is too black? 10, 20, 30? What's too black? Nobody ever says something is too Jewish, too Indian, too Asian.
That was awesome. I'm going to wind up right back to the beginning. And we're going to leave it right there. I wanted to leave it on those books, on his books.
You got blacks running all over the country telling black folks to do, well, what we're going to do, we can overcome racism if we get involved in technology. Won't happen. Technology has never been a friend and ally of black folks.
And that's why I started. Technology is not our friend. No. Get on, keep getting in the car. Them autonomous vehicles. I think it's the Tesla car. The one that I seen was a Tesla, and it drove itself. It came and picked up the passenger. He wasn't the driver. So I can't say it came and picked up the driver. It came and picked up the passenger. And he got in the front seat, but he wasn't the driver when I first seen him. And yeah, that's not our friend. Black America, for now, you can enjoy a Tesla, your autonomous vehicle. I'm talking about the car that drives itself. Now you know what I'm talking about when I say you can't get out the car. The car gonna lock on you. The car gonna shut down on you. Black America. You know which car I'm talking about. You know I'm not talking about a Cadillac, a regular vehicle, a normal vehicle. You know I'm not talking about that vehicle. When I mention, black people, the collective black people getting trapped in these vehicles. It should be obvious if you understand what's going on in the world, if you've been keeping up with how everything is affecting black people. If you don't even pay attention to how, these situations and, all of this madness is affecting black people, then you ain't going to understand how them cars might not work for you in the future. How it might actually lock you inside that car. It's I know a lot of us probably never thought we would be in this situation. I didn't. I didn't think Black people would find ourselves in this, situation like this. And then I was distracted by everything pretty much. Instead of paying attention to politics and the situation that we found ourselves in. Each situation, each circumstance, from good, good times together, we could be together. And then all of a sudden we started being at each other. And now today we almost cannot even tolerate each other. It's been like an escalation to me now that I'm aware, I notice things. I try to pay attention to the right things. It was a gradual escalation that tore us apart as people. And we ain't never been the same.
Always been our worst enemy. Why has it been? Because you see, that racism has always kept us in our place. And technology always come on and run over that place. That's why technology always been our enemy. See, when you keep a Black man as a porter, and all of a sudden you come along with a floor sander, he's gone. You keep him as an elevator operator, you put a computer in the elevator. You keep him as a dishwasher, you get an automatic dishwasher. You all understand what I'm telling you? So when Black people come, you telling you, well, you get technology. No. You said, no. What we have to do is to get control of it behind technology so to stop running over us. And I got fans in Washington, D.C. going all this country telling Black folk, whites are not that dumb. You cannot get on the information highway to overcome racism. Because the information highway is like any other highway. It's a transportation system. And what you should be asking yourself is, what are you transporting? If you don't have anything to transport, you can't get on the information highway. So what we got to talk about as Black folk is owning and controlling. It's just like they invented the highway, the airplane system, the shipping system, the train system. It didn't advantage Black folk because we never owned the trains, the planes, and the ships. What we got to do right now, starting with your church, is try to figure out how we can own and control more. Then the highway makes sense to us. Okay? Now, and that's why right now in Washington, D.C., the Office of Technology Grants Report says that the people that be hit most by technology are going to be Black folk. And a fellow named Jeremy Rickman has a book out called The End of Work. And he is the director of the National Economic Trends for Washington, D.C. and nationally. He's the guy who put out these trends. He put a book out, and his book, chapter 5, talks about what's technology going to do to people. He uses Black folk as an example.
Let me get his name.
A fellow named Jeremy Rickman has a book out called The End of Work. And he is the director of the National Economic Trends for Washington, D.C. and nationally. He's the guy who put out these trends. He put a book out, and his book, chapter 5, talks about what's technology going to do to people, and he uses Black folk as an example. And I went inside and talked with him. And what he said to Dr. Anderson, he said, my publishers tried to make me take that chapter out of the book. I fought to keep it in. He said, because technology is going to kill Black folk. And read that book, that's what he's talking about. He says, because Black folk don't have any control of technology, don't own anything. And that's why we're getting ready to lose all our radio stations in this country. We're going to lose all of our television stations in this country. Because what's happening now, they lifted the allocation cap, and now it's called social Darwinism, economic Darwinism. Whoever got the most money now can buy anything they want in technology. And so the few Black stations we got in the United States now up for grabs. And as a matter of fact, even the cable system is going to be up for grabs because we don't have the money and resources. We can't compete with the whites now who want to buy all the systems. And once that happens, you can't get your information in. And that's not happening to organizations, to groups like the Hispanics. Because the Hispanics got small enough, they built communities. And they took their language, they built a fence around their communities. They use their culture to protect their communities. Where is your culture in Los Angeles for Black folks? Where's your fence? And we're going to talk about that later on. You are vulnerable. The fourth thing that's going to happen to you is that this whole contract with white America is not anti-liberalism. It is not an anti-democratic party, but an anti-Clinton. What it was trying to answer the question that's been haunting white America for about 30-some years. And that is, what do you do with 36 million obsolete black folk? That's what the contract was for. And how they concluded that was, you see, you got 1,200 white think tanks in America. 1,200 white think tanks. You got one only owned black think tank, and that's the Harvard Institute I'm trying to run. They got 3,000 employees with $500 million budget. I got a few volunteers, no staff, no money. Because you see, in this country, no blacks have to give my black think tank the money to help our leaders to develop policy and publication.
Oh, how that?
They say is that we can't give you money. I said, why not? They said, what is your organization for? I said, to help Black America. They said, who's going to benefit? I said, black folk. They said, who's going to work? I said, black folk. Who's too black? And the first thing that comes to my mind is, how can you be too black? What is too black? 10, 20, 30? What's too black? Nobody ever says something is too Jewish, too Indian, too Asian.
There go the book right there. Let me finish this because I was trying to take some notes. Oh, good day, family. Thank you for coming through. And let's begin. I was just going to say that everybody already know the agenda or my mission statement. I guess that is. I don't know. When I be reading, I'm here to this Black American and Black media. Because we finna go on and get to reading this stuff. We want to get to as much of this book as we can today. We want to really delve into the goodness of us, so we can have more of this, and not so much more of the savage and the ravishness. Because, that right there lingers. That them things that happen and stuff, them visions and stuff, they tend to linger to me. But yeah, so I am Face the Nation. We are on Bolden Unchained. And we're here to assist Black America and Black media. Yeah, we're looking through a spiritual lens of loyalty, resilience, and education. We want to know, Black America, who are we loyal to? Who we faithful to? In this day and this time, after everything we've been through, individually and as a people, collectively, who are we loyal to, Black America? And resilience. We look at the spiritual lens of resilience, because there's no way we can even, hope we can survive what's to come. And we are trying to keep a glimpse on things, keep our eye on things to see where we being led to. We know we ain't never led ourselves, except for Tulsa. After Tulsa, no, we have never tried to even live ourselves or build up for ourselves and create for ourselves to protect us. After Tulsa and all of those massacres, then after the 60s and Malcolm and our leaders were assassinated, we pretty much, haven't tried to steer us on the whole at all. And we never should have gave up. I know I'm not blaming us and stuff because I understand the fear. I get it. I understand the fear. And I want to understand why. Why don't we know why we like this? Why aren't we curious as to what's happened to us? So yeah, we look at through that spiritual lens of resilience. Because I know. I think I know. I'm pretty sure. I know who's the cause of all of our problems and our challenges, all the barriers, the very fight or of what is it? Fight that we going through. You know, our entire, struggle here. I know. I feel like, this is it. It's white America. White America has perpetrated everything and brought everything, down on Black America and everyone else too. And we look through that spiritual lens of education. Because I didn't get this knowledge. If I'd have got this knowledge, perhaps, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have ignored it. Not this. You do pick your battles in life. And, if I was a different person, I probably would say, yeah, I ain't get involved in that. But, my mama wasn't like that in anything. You just help those that need help. You don't see someone being down and you just keep going. So had I known about all of this right here, I don't think I would have ignored it. I don't think I would have just went on with my life and not tell anyone about the history of it. So see, yeah, I do feel like, missing this critical information right here, it hurts us as a people. And it hurts our ancestors as a spirit, as our ancestors. They're not here in this dimension. They're not here. But they do live on. They still live. They here, we can't see them, but they here. All you gotta do is talk to them. They ready to show themselves. Little do we know. And yeah, I got to read the copyright disclaimer word for word. I won't be able to, I don't know, compartmentalize that right there. Copyright disclaimer under 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news report, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing for educational or personal use, tips to balance in favor of fair use. So, yeah, trying to get my time down and stuff, I like to look at lengthy video. When I'm looking at Neil deGrasse, he's new. So I got my whole look. See how small this notebook is? Now this ain't gonna work, but I'm gonna start with it because it's really the only one I got, But yeah. But I feel like, for me and stuff, I don't have to be so lengthy and stuff. But I'm new, I don't even like technology like that. But as we just heard right here from Dr. Claude Anderson, we got to get behind technology. So I understood at some point, yeah, my ass gonna have to, try to work with technology, try to use it for whatever I can to assist my people. I just wish I'd had those mindsets, that mindset before. But we can't regret and have remorse on things that's happened in life and stuff because we got to keep, forgive ourselves for whatever it was. Forgive ourselves for whatever it was. Because listening to one of our professors, experts and stuff, he said that from your birth to the age 49, you're not likely to make your greatest contribution to society, to your people. Now, after your 49th year, this is general, he's talking about anybody, everybody. This applies to anybody and everybody. So Black people don't even feel, don't even feel like, you could have done this and that and that because your greatest contribution to society won't be until after the world has kicked your ass. You done lost some job. You done been probably unemployed. You probably done been homeless, married, divorced. All kind of life situations, achievements, goals, and losses have happened in 49 years. You probably done traveled the world in 49 years. The possibilities are endless. But then he said, at the age of 50, that's when all of that testing, because life is like a test. That's when all that testing is actually being, put into a solution that your mind comes up with. It's like when you reach that 50-year mark, your mind starts thinking about how can I make this world better. I don't know. That's how I see it. At 49. He said that's why. He didn't say that's why, but he did say that at the age of like 50 to 60, then there was 60 to 70, then there was 70 to 80, and then there was one gentleman he gave. He said that he was actually 91 years old when he finished, when he completed his contribution. He was 91 years old. So, everything that we do achieve in the first 49 years of our lives and stuff, that right there is just the learning, if you will, the tools and skills, the experience that you need to create whatever your mind, your heart, your soul, your higher self is going to tell you is needed, Black America. And I know all of us, if we are this age, 50 years old right about now, up on 50 years old, I know our mind, our very intuition is telling us that there's a need that must be filled. And even if it's other people doing it, like it's other people out there reading, they don't even get on here and go through all the talking and stuff. We don't know nothing about them, but we know what they're teaching us. We know what they're teaching us. And see, but it didn't stop me, because that's what I'm supposed to do also. And that's not all we're supposed to do just because you find that one silver lining, that one thread that you can use and follow and grow off of and evolve. And, you can utilize it for the betterment of your people. There's many others, Black America. It ain't just one, that's going to lead to your overall contribution. It's many, your many ideas, dreams, visions, thoughts, whether it be a song, cartoons, or you found that new element of thought process or whatever, Like I remember when I seen Terrence Howard, and he was talking about, the mathematical language of life, I guess you would say. Yeah, all of that is beyond my education, But it was like, to me, it was like, wow, that's done opened up a whole new arena of knowledge that I didn't even know. Now, whether it was factual or not, I didn't know, because it's totally new to me. And then, and now I found Neil deGrasse Tyson and Chuck Nice. And then I was listening to them earlier, and they mentioned some man named Michio Kaku, something like that. Don't get upset about the names. I wrote it down because, I am open. Michio Kaku, Kaku. He's an expert also. That's about the dimensions and stuff. Because it's not just here, Black America. It's not just here in this space, in this time on Earth. What's the day? February 10th, 2025. It's much deeper than that. That right there ain't even scratching the surface of our whole existence. Yeah, our whole existence. This right here is just a drop of our entire existence. Right here where we at now, it's only a drop. And this right here, well, it was a full cup of water. This us being here in this time, in this space, right here, February 10th, 2025. That's it, just that one little drop. The rest of it is out there. The rest of it is out there. So it's like, I've received a whole new sphere of thinking and finding out, of seeking, I guess you will. So yeah, it's different. We got to just be able to allow us, Black America, the right to be able to study and learn and grow and evolve and question. What's wrong with being wanting to know? What's wrong with being curious, with loving to read, with asking questions? See, that right there does us a disservice, like everything else. It makes us like, no, I'm not going to, ask questions about this right here and questions about that, because it's going to seem like I'm too different from everyone else. Or, you just asking for attention and stuff. You just want to, want everybody to look at you and think about you and stuff. Now, somebody should want to know what it is that we don't know. Somebody should want to know, is it something else? If it's A, B, and C, can it be D? We do that to each other. We see each other reading and stuff in school and stuff. Oh, look at Miss, that's teacher's pet right there. Yeah, you know you Miss Kathy Pet. She been following your ass since you was in kindergarten. You know, everything is turned against us and stuff. So we got to do the work. We got to do the work, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to assist Black America and Black media. Yep. My first and final concern is Black America. Black America's well-being, welfare, sanity. The state of Black America. That's why I'm here. That's the need I see that needs to be filled, that I want to help fill. And I want to know why. Who did it? How did we end up here? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna let Black America know, yeah, we did drop out of school. I did too. We did do the things that we did. And, you know, we had to lay in them beds we made. We had to. Because we made it. We the one made that choice. You know, I the one made the decision, had to sneak out the window. Trying to go, you know, be grown. Trying to go being grown and stuff. I the one made the decision to drop out of high school. We got to take accountability for those things, those actions, those choices that we made. You know, I'm not saying we're not going to take accountability for where we at individually in life, but collectively, now everybody just ain't no mean, mad ass people. You know, Black people ain't. So what's happened to us? What is it that we treat each other like this, but we wouldn't dare tell the other people the things that we say to us? So, you know, I want to know, where does this self-hate, this dedicated ignorance come from? Yep, that's why I'm here. I want to know why. Where did it come from? I'm not going to just put all the blame on Black America. Yeah, at first I was like, okay, so shit, all of us fucked up. I wasn't the only one. You know, dropped out of school, left my mama when I was 16. I wasn't the only one. Shit, all our ass fucked up, didn't. But then I come to find out, oh, we fucked up. We are mentally on the brink of insanity, dealing with everything. You think the world on our shoulders. Oh, honey, this whole universe that we in is on us. And, you know, it's cause of white America. White America has done this whole, you know, assault on Black America, on Black people all over the world. Actually, I'm just dealing with United States of America because I did not get the education. No, I didn't. Hell, and I was in school. One more year, I'd have been done with it, but it still hadn't taught me nothing. They still wasn't giving me no knowledge that I wanted to learn more. I wasn't getting it at home because we wasn't of a mindset to teach at home. And Malcolm told us, a child that's only educated at school, parochial school, public school, is a uneducated child. But that too went right over our head. Martin Luther King told us, I think I done led y'all in a burning house. He was talking to somebody. I think I was listening to Harry Belafonte was telling that was Martin's last message to him. His, you know, I guess he was going over his remorse and his regrets of what he was feeling. And he told him that he felt like he led us into a burning house. And we ain't hear that. We haven't heard anything because we're too preoccupied with white America to focus on us. Even when white America wasn't focused on us, we wasn't focused on us. We wasn't using that time to build for us and secure our safety and our future. We just wasn't. I wasn't, and it seemed like though I wasn't even in position to. On the whole, I could have and I should have for my family, my friends, my community, because that's where it begins at. But shit, we got people that actually made it to that seat of success, of financial freedom, educational freedom, cosmopolitans, pretty much. If you don't travel out of the country, you travel in this country and you travel. But we ain't used none of that for us, for our benefit, me or them, nobody. Me sitting on my stool and them sitting in they plush, big old fine, comfortable, big back chair. Ain't nobody done nothing for Black America. So we all, I feel like, have failed Black America. Yeah, we all have failed Black America in some way or another. For the little crumbs that we done made and gave and the comfort, even I have helped, friends and some family members get through, get by. That's like just getting the fish, feeding them. We just get the fish and feed Black America. We ain't really taught us, our people, Black America, how to fish. Yep. So yeah, I'm here to help do my part too. I sure am. That's why I'm here, to do my part for Black America. Yep. And that's what I'm gonna do. I won't be swayed by nothing and nobody else. I can't be. If that's the case, I might well go on and close this down right here, right now. If I'm gonna let somebody else come and tell me, we gotta focus on other people. But what about the other folks? What about them? They got somewhere to go with their people that we can't and shouldn't go. Nah, we better start building for us. We just better start building for us. I wish I had the funds and stuff to help us get started with, but I don't. Hopefully you got the funds to get yourself started a little bit. I did plan a garlic clove, but just your little things, whatever you can do for your people. I don't know what I was looking for here, but we're going to go ahead and get to reading. We are reading Dirty Little Secrets by Dr. Claude Anderson. I do not have volume 1. I got volume 2. And this is awesome also. We'll be reading repetitiously anyway. I will. If it's other people here, they will too. Oh, let's go ahead and cover up. I'm so glad y'all here and stuff because, like in church that we go to and stuff, we know the Bible and stuff, it say that you only need 2 people. And my ancestors said, well, I can do that too. They said, all I got to wait for is 2 people. And I guess that's because when I first, said, all right, I'm going to do it, ancestors. I'm going to do it. And I got the channel and stuff set up. And I think as soon as it said live, I went ahead and said what I had to say. And that was it. But then, the ancestor was like, just wait. As long as you got 2 people, that's fine, face. So me and you is enough. Yeah. But anyway, we're reading more Dirty Little Secrets, Dr. Claude Anderson. We just started because we finished Brave Black First, 50 plus African-American women who changed the world, And before that, we read some other, knowledgeable facts and stuff about Black America. And, our inventors, our creators, our scientists, just all forever. Since we've been the era of enslavement, and we were creating then. In slavery, we were making life easy for us and for our ancestors, to be able to not be whipped and lynched and stuff, Some, I think it was Soldier of Truth, when she started picking more cotton than the black men and stuff, she had to. See, they made her think that, because they noticed her, how she had a rhythm to her picking. She seemed to be extra fast, It seemed like by noontime, because they was in the fields from sun up to sundown. This is how my mind put it together and stuff, how I seen. So they in the field from sun up to sundown. So by noontime, let's say 6 to 12, she done brought 10 burlap bags of cotton. And, some black men done brought maybe 8. But they look at the time, how she's bringing hers, and then they figure by the end of the day, she could have way more cotton than them. But see, where they always end up with more cotton as the black men is because they got the stamina to just keep going on and on and on. Whereas her as a woman, she would take her just slow down just a little bit. I can slow down just a little bit because hell, I'm doing better than everybody, But the white folks realized that, hey, if she could just keep going through that, push through that, she'll pick more than all of them. So their ass is like, hey, you know what? You pick a little bit more and we'll be able to give you a couple of extra, I don't know, whatever they gave them. clothes or something, because they would see it like at Christmas time. That's when they would give black people their allotment. I think that was during sharecroppers or something. But whatever it was, they told her, hey, they got her to, they probably just said, hell, you either pick more or we're going to whoop your ass. But whatever it was, she picked more than anybody on the plantation. And from that day forward, she had to pick more. She had to pick more than everybody else on that plantation because she had showed she could do it. And yeah, if she didn't do it, then they would whip her even harder because, hey, we know you can do it. You already done did it. Don't try to act like you can't do it now. You're sore, you're hurting, you're not feeling good, you're too hot, you're hungry, you're weak. You can do it because you already did it. That's how it was. So we know, I already know. Black people, she probably would give cotton, slip some cotton over there to somebody, and as they moved up the row of cotton, picking and moving up, picking and moving up, what she would pick, she would leave it right there so the person behind her could pick up that cotton and go on and put it in your bag. Just pick it up off the ground, go on and put it in your bag so you can make your weight limit for that day. Because you got to pick 50 pounds of cotton. You can't come up there with no 49 pounds of cotton or they're going to lash you. So see, black people was always making it easy for ourselves and stuff. We was always making it easy for us. We got a mindset today that white America make it easy for us. No, white America ain't never, ever made it easy for black people. That's a lie. Then and today and tomorrow, it will be a lie. If anybody ever say, oh, white people made it easy for black America. White people saved black America. As far as I'm concerned, Abraham Lincoln. And he signed the papers. The Emancipation Proclamation. He signed it for black people to be free. But the man said if he didn't have to, he wouldn't have. So I'm thinking to myself, so hell, what did he do? Signed it for a little while? And then all of a sudden you can roll shit back. You can renege and take shit back that has been suffered, endured, tortured, slaved for. The blood that's been shed. So what? Did he take it back? Because if he did, folks need to let black America know. Now, if our people done got their asses in position, and that's why you're not helping brother Dr. Claude Anderson. Because but why not? Especially if you know that man signed another contract to renege on everything because he the one said, if I didn't have to free him, I wouldn't have. I didn't even know the man said that. I would say my whole life up until the awakening that I had. I would say I thought that man was sincere. That was his decision. I didn't know he said if I didn't have to, I wouldn't. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that truly mean? Sincerely, black America. So, I'm like, hell, is it another contract somewhere? Is anybody looking for the other contract? Did that man sign another contract saying that, I don't want to do it. If I ain't got to, I won't. So I'm going to put this right here. We're going to fold it up. We're going to fold this up. Kind of like the King Alfred plan that was written. They said it was lost. Somebody discovered it. Had an unknown author. Hidden. Classified, I guess. Then all of a sudden, poof. There it is. Somebody done found it. Is that how this finna be found now? The new contract. They're going to find it hidden up under some shit in a book somewhere in a code that nobody knows. Then they just like, oh, what's this? Abraham Lincoln. Oh, we got it. We found it. Is that what's going on? Because it sure seemed to me like history is finna repeat itself. The remix. Because see, the new enslavement that we see happening and stuff is finna be futuristic. Yeah, finna be futuristic, honey. I don't know. It's outside. I never thought like this before. My big brain ain't never thought on these levels before. My big brain was just trapped right there in that circle. That space of hell and heaven. That's it, and that's all hell, heaven, and whatever you can make in there. I don't care if you're going up and down, sideways, diagonally. I don't care how you going in there, how you moving. But that's it. That's your extent. That's your limit of knowledge. Till you learn all of this out here. This is a circle. This is a circle, y'all. Cut the paper off. But you got all of that information on the outside of that circle right there. And that's where I'm at for my people. I'm outside of the circle. I'm thinking outside the box, honey. Matter of fact, I done bust the whole damn box open. Y'all better get y'all ass out of it. You better get out of it, Black America, or you're going to find yourself deeper inside this circle. Deeper inside this circle, the sunken place. I mean, the sunken place. For Black America, everything different for us. And this circle right here, if y'all don't know, if you just now come here, this circle represents, and this Dr. Ray Hagan's, honey, this ain't even me. I wrote down what he said, just like I wrote down what Brother Professor James Small said. And Brother Professor Dr. George Fraser and Dr. Francis Chris Relson. Yeah, I write down everything everybody said. I draw their little graphs so I can understand myself what they trying to teach me, what they trying to teach us. See, we learn different, and we got to be able to learn different. I learned repetitiously too. See, that's Dr. Francis Chris Relson, when she was showing about how the planet is only really 10% white folks. The rest of that down there is people of color. People of color. That's why white folks fear white genetic survival. Because they realize, oh, hey, if these folks start, you start sleeping with these folks, so these babies going to look like these folks. So we got to start putting in place something so we can live on. But why not say hell? Shit, as long as we procreating with them, as long as they procreate with us, we can live on. It'll give us benefits of being able to go in the sun. It'll give us benefits of being more human, more life, pro-life. Instead, white folks saw it as a negative thing that wasn't beneficial. Initially, that's how white folks seen it. And it was harmful to them to procreate with other people. So they put out, that they are the superior and just don't even try to procreate with them. Don't try to get with them. Don't try to sleep with them. Don't try to eat with them. Don't try to go to school with them. And that's how it was for the longest against Black America. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, well, we really did need to procreate with other people, So yeah, let's just let everybody sleep together and stuff. But see, it ain't never been sincere. It's always some backhanded shit, some manipulation. And I'm not a manipulative minded person. So I really don't even understand all of this energy. What's all this energy of anti-life? It don't make no sense to me. I can't make sense of them. I just think we need to just, hey, get the fuck away from them. But I know we in too deep now. We are in the thick of it now. Because we done mingled and married, and we were sincere. We were so sincere. Do you know what it would take for us to actually extricate ourselves out of this white society, this dominant, patriarchal, capitalistic society that we in, the madness. Y'all got all these phrases and terms and shit. And you ain't even made sure that the common Black people understand what you even talking about. That's why we ain't got no interest in nothing. That's why we ain't got no interest in nothing, because y'all haven't even made sure the hell shit. I know Faith dropped out of school shit, but let me make sure my cousin down there know about this, and this. Yeah, we moved up here where we got better education, better work, better wages, a better type of life. But shit, we just forgot about everybody back home where we know. No, my sister and them ain't going nowhere. Honey, they ain't leaving. I can say that right today. Ain't nobody leaving. No, everybody gonna stay right there where they at in that same time loop. So, for those of mine that's seeing this right here, it's you too. You the main one, me and you, that everybody forgot. Down south, where they know we ain't been taught a damn thing. They know we didn't know that John Baptiste discovered Chicago. But when they got to Chicago and learned, you think they tried to tell us? Nope. See that trickle down. Well, they thought, oh, it's going to trickle down. It'll get down there to them. Yeah, 6 months later, 6 years later, maybe never, because it depends on the circumstances, the situation. It depends on the tensions of that time, I guess. I'm just, really trying to find out my purpose, my true purpose for being here. And that's why I'm here, y'all. I got to be here for my people. It don't mean that I'm, trying to divide us. Hell, we already divided with everybody else. Hell, everybody been showing you, Black America, that they don't want to have nothing to do with you. They've been showing you, Black America, for the longest. They don't want to have nothing to do with us. Yep, they don't want to have nothing to do with us. But since they do got to have something to do with us, well, we're gonna take your style. We're gonna take your swag, your music. We're gonna take your kindness, your forgiveness, your generosity, and we're gonna keep that for ourselves. We're gonna keep all of that for us and just leave y'all ass with nothing. So while we taking all that from you, we're gonna project all of this evilness that comes in our DNA. It's in our DNA. And we're going to give that to y'all. That's basically what is happening. Stealing our energy, I guess. I didn't know nothing about that. Why the pastor ain't told us about this, our energy being stolen right here, physically, literally? Why our pastors make us forget about this, forgive this, and just go on with life? Just keep getting slapped. Just slapping the hell out of Black America. Why the pastors? Why did they change their sincerity to our safety, our empowerment, our learning? The churches. Why? They got too afraid and stuff. When the Klansmen used to bust up in the one-room church on their horses and shit. And what the churches finally said, all right, we'll stop. What the white folk, the churches got together, some of the leaders got together with the head dog, the head cat, or whatever you want to call it, the head Klansman. That's who they all are anyway. And they decided, oh, well, just stop doing it like this here. We'll pay you money. We'll pay you to set up your nice church. Just stop talking about, running away and getting away from white people. Stop talking about being free and doing it for yourselves. And just let us help you. Let us help you. Let us make you a mega church. Let us make you the #1 church in your area for your people. And we'll give you money. We'll give you money. We'll give you money. And we'll give you grants. We'll give you everything you need. You got your cars. You sitting high. And you'll teach your people that this is about forgiveness. Come on, Martin. We'll set you up high. And you just teach your people to forgive and forget. Hey, it'll be for the better of all. Look at it like this. You'll be helping them get to heaven. And then they laughing because, see, they the ones that said that we didn't even have souls to go to heaven. So where's y'all going? They the ones said Black people ain't got souls. They even made up the law, the 3/5 compromise, so they can be paid. They can get benefits off of you, knowing that they done said and taught everybody that you ain't even got no soul to go to heaven. Sure don't. Gave us that song, The Amazing Grace, honey. Black folks, everybody in the church singing that song, honey. That man, that racist ass man wrote that song. I might get a notebook on his ass. Well, we're going to have a whole little library here. It started already. Our library, it started already for this school right here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we need this knowledge. They banning it anyway. Honey, white folks getting rid of all the books and stuff. It's been a ban on black bookstores for decades now. Yep. Now they banning white libraries. I don't know, getting rid of books. So we got to get our own library, which we should have had anyway. But now we feel like, it's going to be worth it. Because white America always say, we're going to make it worth it. We're going to make it worth it for you, your family, your community, your state. Hell, we're going to make it worth it for your people. But is this really worth it? For anything they done gave you, Black America, anything you have obtained, is this really worth it? Tell me, because I don't see no worth nowhere from nobody. And I'm going to tell you another thing. You get your ass out there trying to fight for people now, because everybody realize, oh, hell, we voted the wrong way. Oh, hell, your ass voted against black people. Tell the truth. You voted against black people in America getting anything, even the shoe straps, even the shoes, the boots. You voted against them. So now everybody like, oh, no, hell, shit. Don't tell them we voted against them. Just tell them we voted wrong. So, it is what it is. It's time for us to think outside the box for black people, for Black America. Because like Dr. Claude Anderson said, technology is not on our side. So we ain't got no friends. We ain't got no funds, no resources, no business, no communities. We ain't got no power. We ain't got nothing. We going into a new world order with nothing. Just like our ancestors left the plantations with nothing and came out into society. Well, we going into this new world with nothing. So yeah, we got to get behind technology. We got to use it like they doing on the ticker. Yeah, they doing on TikTok. I guess that's where everybody getting all the knowledge and stuff from. I don't know, but they sure finding it. I just know about the ones that I listen to. And so that's mainly what I go to and listen to. That's who I listen to and stuff. But honey, if you know how to operate this technology and shit, what is you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Oh, my ancestors, y'all. You know how I was telling you. Our ancestors was creating for us the whole time. As soon as our problems arose and we knew what was being happened to us, what was going on with us, like from even from the kidnapping in Africa to America. And I know Dane Calloway said that, we was already here. Black people was already here. And that's true. So they owe some of us 2 checks. Yep, they owe some of us 2 checks. I was listening last week and another facet opened up. Some of y'all a very small amount are owed 3 checks. So see, America ain't even got the funds, the money. You can't even print what they owe black people. The only thing to rectify this wrong that has been done, the only way to right this wrong is for they ass to start being sincere. Give everything back that your ass done took that can be repaid. Repent and repay. And save. They need to save themselves. Hell, they must not care because they ain't got no damn souls. Is that why? Is that why they can continually roll over all of these agendas and in events and projects and memos on black people? Because they're not worried about no lake of fire. They're not worried about after here. But see, they done made the whole world think that black people ain't got no soul. Black people ain't going to heaven. So I just got to ask you, black people, what the hell are y'all thinking about going to heaven for? And we're white folks at that. I mean, we know we're going somewhere. But why you got to let them tell you where you going? See, the whole thing of it is black people. We've been inventing. Remember when I told you that Soldier of Truth picked so much cotton, she would leave cotton. She would toss cotton across that row over there to a sister who was pregnant, getting ready to drop that baby in a day now. You know Harriet was leaving cotton for her. Not just one bale of cotton. She was leaving handfuls of cotton for her. Sister, when you walk by here, and you in a pain or whatever, you already bent down because that baby heavy. You pick up that handful of cotton and put it in your bag. I left it there for you. We was always helping each other. During slavery, after slavery, now, today. In the past, look at all our ancestors that was building and creating. Some of these inventions and creations are still being used today. Which led me to saying, telling us about Moses West, who created the atmospheric water generator, pour water out of the air, y'all. And Julian, our brother Julian, who make gasoline out of plastic. All your plastic bottles and stuff, y'all, if you ain't gonna save it and use it up for water, which we really need to and stuff, hell, we need to get it to him. Yeah, let everybody else drive Teslas and the electrical vehicles. Give us the regular vehicles. We ain't trying to be up in the sky anyway. We ain't trying to have nobody drive for us. We trying to drive our own car. So see, you ain't got to melt down all that plastic, all that metal and stuff from all these vehicles. You ain't got to revamp them and make them electrical. All you got to do, white America, is hand over that shit to us. And y'all go on and live your futuristic life for however long you gonna remain on this planet. Because at this point, we done. We done having babies with everybody but us. I know, fall in love with whoever you want to fall in love with, Black America. But you need to start thinking about your genetic survival too. Everybody else, they ain't even got to think about their genetic survival. They know they finna keep having they babies. There's so many peoples in the world and stuff, honey. In this country right here, I don't even know some of these peoples and stuff. But it's like a culture shock. It's like a culture shock. And you might see some of them with different races, but on the whole, they having their babies. I think, and I don't know, I haven't did no research on this stuff, but the one I be hearing about a lot having declines in their genetic survival stance is white people. Not having enough babies. Not having enough babies. We just can't satisfy white America. I'm just at that point. I'm at that decision. I cannot be swayed. We cannot satisfy white America. We cannot heal white America. We cannot stop white America from feeling like they feel. All we can do is heal us. All we can do is take care of us, build for us, and keep our eyes on the prize. Everybody else is. Now, white America that we mingle with, we work with, we neighbors together and stuff, and some of y'all don't know. Yeah, maybe some of y'all don't know. Sabrina, hell, we know they didn't tell you everything they told Karen and Ken and Becky. But shit, your ass knows something going on. It's so diabolical. Mankind and humanity is at stake. Life as we know it is over. And we left. We left with nothing. It just make me feel like, yeah, everybody in on it. Everybody in on it. And religion, that's the tool that everybody using. Everybody using. They come up to you any day, any time of the day, the night, wherever you at. Can I pray for you? You going to heaven with Jesus? Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm going to the afterlife. I'm going to the 12th of never. You going to heaven. See, I'm not even thinking in this no more. I don't want Black America to keep thinking in this circle no more. This is Dr. Ray Hagins. He was a psychologist, not me. I'm just trying to share what I learned. Because see, when I learned that I didn't want to be in here and I think outside the box, I feel much freer. I can think and say what I need to think and say to my people, for my people. This is not for other people and stuff. If you need healing and stuff and you seeking answers, then you need to go to your people. Some of my people, I'm not even for y'all. Some of y'all need to stay in this box and you want to stay in this box with religion so you can get to heaven. So you need to go over there where sister at. Because no, it ain't no forgiveness here for any of these massacres, this trauma, this cannibalistic nature. We ain't even discussed this cannibalistic nature. It's like it don't even exist. Just forget it. You ain't never got to mention it again, Face. That's not even what happened. When that's a lie, it is what happened. And it will show itself again. I don't understand. Dang. As soon as I started reading, I knew, hey, it's something to this. You got to keep going. But let me read about the dedicated ignorance that psychologist Dr. Ray Hagan said. Dedicated ignorance, self-hate. We got post-traumatic slave syndrome. Yeah, I know you said no, that. No, I don't. I ain't got none of that. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do, honey. You can't even talk about the truth. So you probably want to just shut up. Because you can't even mention John Hartfield. You better not say nothing about Maurice May. You can't even say nothing about Latasha Harlins. No, Philando Castile, you can't say nothing about nobody. Because you know white folks going to have something to say to you. Yeah, if you do say something, you better, oh, that was a shame. But psychologist Dr. Ray Hagan said, we black people, we must start the process of undoing or reversing the ideas and concepts that have been programmed into the minds of our people by the religious statements and church doctrines that have caused them to adopt a belief system that has resulted in their loss of contact with what is real, factual, historical, and spiritual. All of these religious statements and church doctrines, you know what they are. You the one got 5 Bibles at home. I'm still going to get one, but we ain't finna read it now anyway. I got to get other books. But you the one got 5 Bibles at home. And your little bitty Bible that you carry in your purse. And that's fine. But you need to understand what he's talking about. Also, I see, learning is forever. We forever learning. If we could just teach that to our babies and stuff, help open their minds up. See, they'll start thinking, they'll start analyzing, they'll start creating. But you got to get yourself out of this box right here. You can create in this box if you want to. But hell, it's gonna be trapped too. You think whatever you create in this box is gonna get outside the box? No. Whatever you create in this space is gonna stay in that space. And that's what he said. And then he said the minds of most of our masses is still limited by what Eurocentric historiographers have placed in it. So we instinctively find a label within the parameters of this historiography to satisfy our need for identification. So whatever it is in this box right here, we already pretty much know white people can tolerate it. Unless, you in this box trying to get out. And you literally in this box trying to get out, chiseling holes through trying to get out, ramming it with whatever, dragging your people to the outer limits. We finna get up out of here. That's when you got a problem inside this box. But we got to get outside of this box. We can't stay in that box. It's so much more out there, And if you can just begin, and then you help others begin to see outside the box. I ain't finna be here and browbeating y'all and stuff. I'm repetitious anyway. So I'm going to repeat anyway, because that's how I learn, repetitiously. And then I'll constantly be moving forward while I'm repetitiously repeating stuff. And, eventually what's in the back won't be said as much because by then you know it. You see, that's how I learn. By then you know it and you can devote your time to other things that you have introduced. Occasionally you'll refer to the first because you do want to keep it, in the focus. I always probably speak about Soldier of Truth, Harriet Tubman saving Charles Nails. I probably always make mention of Robert Smalls when he stole the Confederate ship, him and the crew, and they escaped to freedom, But it'll be others that we'll be learning and stuff, Because even with them, somebody might, when I researched them things, I learned that, such and such happened, because it is other things that happen with each of those lessons. They're all lessons. Everything that we finna learn in Dr. Claude Anderson, one lesson may have 50 different lessons in it. Because once you break them down, you know, there are more things to learn. It's more knowledge to learn. I guess that's why they call it due diligence. Due diligence. And then he said, y'all, the definition of the true purpose. And then we're gonna go on and get to reading. I just want to give you a little insight on this right here. But he said, in the definition of its true purpose, religion may be defined as a cultural, psycho-philosophical vehicle of spiritual and intellectual enslavement, which has as its end goal. Y'all, it's a cultural. Religion is a cultural thing. I know you think in faith. Religion is a universal thing, and everybody loves religion. Everybody has religion face. It's culture. It ain't supposed to be yours. You ain't supposed to have it. No, you're supposed to remain spiritual. You're supposed to remain at that point, that homeostasis, where you love all living things, all life. You love that tree out there. You'll go hug that tree. Religion would never have you go out there and hug that tree. Religion would have you go out there and cut that tree down, because you need the paper so you can make some more Bibles. Yeah. Spirituality will have you going out there hugging that tree, pouring a little water around the tree because it's a drought, you know, sitting up under the tree, reading your book, you know. It's a difference between spirituality and religion. So, you know, it ain't that hard for me, I guess, because I think outside the box now. I don't think inside the box now. And that's what we got to do. At least give it a try for yourself. It'll resonate at one point. It ain't going to happen overnight, you know, but you got to at least put your eyes on the prize. So religion may be defined as a cultural, psycho-philosophical vehicle of spiritual and intellectual enslavement, which has as its end goal. So psycho mean crazy. You want to be part of the crazy? That's what you're saying. Because he said right here in the definition of its true purpose, Dr. Ray Hagins, he the psychologist. Go talk to him. Go listen to him. He ain't the only one that said it's crazy as hell. Racism. Break it all down, it's white folks. White folks created it. Shit, white folks created religion. Black folks, you did not create religion. You just took it and act like it's your all and final. But honey, it ain't. Spiritual and intellectual enslavement. Your spirit enslaved. You done enslaved your whole spirit, honey. You can't even fly to the 12th university. You can't even fly in the first universe. All you can do is just float around. Float around, you know. But the first universe is expansive too. It's got 999 galaxies too. But, you know, you still contained. You still trapped, you know. The end goals of religion is the cultural and racial superiority of the people who created it. That's how your mind thinks. That's what it's given. Religion is given one of two things. You, the receiver, because we took religion and we use it. We take this book with us everywhere. We in the church line, we in the food line, the grocery store, wherever we at, standing on the bus, and we got our little pocket-sized Bible. So see, we didn't create it, we just received it. So the cultural and racial superiority of the people who created it, that's not us. Who do we see as superior? Who been teaching us and beating us, skinning us, controlling us to make us think that they are superior? That's white folks. Religion makes them appear superior. For the ones that receive it, it paralyzes our analysis. That's what it says right there. The paralysis of analysis by those who believe in it. We believe in religion. Well, y'all do. I don't no more. So it paralyzes your analysis. You can't think. It says it right there. The religious purpose is to stop the thought process. And I write stuff word for word. So yeah, you can go look at it, Dr. Ray Hagins, and it's right there. Yep, religion. White folks gave that to you. White folks made you take that. You saw the truth in it. If you did, I ain't never read it. Because there's some truth in it. It is some discipline and order in it. It's got some benefits in it for you. Yeah, but you're going to pay for them benefits. Yeah, honey, to get them benefits of that Bible, of that book, of that teaching, religion, honey, you got to forgive and forget everything about your people. Yes, honey. Instead of thinking about John Hartfield and Maurice Mays and Jeff Thornton and Mary Turner and Emmett Till and Mary's unborn baby and George Stinney and Latasha Harlins and James Beard, you gonna focus on Jesus Christ, honey, and that's it, and that's all. That's what your ass is paying for picking up religion, for accepting religion. Yep. So Black America, it's a crutch. It's a crutch. Yep. I don't know. You think about it and figure it out, because we still got work to do. You keep your religion if you must. Keep it. But I want you to know that it ain't no forgiveness over here for white America, for what white folks have done to Black folks, for what white folks have still done. They still doing it. These white men out here, I don't care what their position is, whether they the lawyer, the judge, the doctor, hell, whatever. They could be the white racist that was just out in, where was that in Ohio somewhere, and they was in their Klan suits and stuff, marching down the street. They was just the other day. Hell, a few days ago, yesterday, I guess. But white woman, these are your people. These are your sons, your husbands, your brothers, your cousins, your neighbors. These are your people. White woman. And you want us to think you done made a sincere effort to teach your sons and your daughters to stop racism. Right here on this level. These people ain't rich. These people ain't wealthy. Them men that was in them Klan suits and stuff, no, they ain't of the elite. No. Shit, some of them probably poor than Black folks. But see, it's the mindset that white America has brainwashed everyone with. That's why we can't come together, because we can't trust white people. It ain't that we wouldn't come together and save the world. The world is on fire. Hell, who wouldn't come and try to save the world? Because the world is on fire. But see, white people, you ain't earned that. You ain't, time after time after time after time, you always show your true colors. I know white women been like, they've been so helpful and allies, and even some white men and stuff, y'all so helpful and some allies and stuff. But I can say myself, you ain't really been out there on your people. No, you come out there with Black folks on your people. And I feel like, hell, if that's the case, shit, then you stay out there and talk to your people and stuff. Because see, they ain't even gonna hurt y'all. They ain't gonna hurt y'all and stuff. But have you been sincere with all of the Black and color people that's out there that's not white, that they ass will get shot down? Have you made sure that they gonna be okay while they out there with you? Why white America haven't been sincere and been on the front line? That's just what I'm like, well, damn, that seemed like, if you the one that they won't hurt, all of y'all, and that's why you here to help, then why y'all asses ain't on the front line? And people that really need the help and stuff, they won't be hurt either. So, this whole thing right here is just like a big motherfucking ass lie. It's a whole manipulation. Everybody against, quite possibly the re-enslavement of Black people, the rolling back of the Civil Rights Act, of 1965 and stuff, shows us right there. Now we see the your boys, your brothers, white people, boys and brothers. Some of them is probably y'all damn brother-in-law. some of y'all damn cousin-in-laws and stuff, and you don't even know it. Because, you know, I was saying it in some of these massacres and stuff. You know, like Oregon, when Oregon ran black people out of their state, didn't want black people there, and they would beat black people and made them leave, and then they tell them, we coming back, and you still here, we're going to beat your ass some more. But black people wouldn't leave. Well, now, you know, black people's in Oregon. And I'm like, well, hell, have anybody asked anybody else? Well, is these your people? Was these your people that was here? How long have you been here? Well, my people were ran out in the year such and such. And, you know, was your people here then? Have somebody asked anybody anything, Black America? Is it so worth it to just be able to blame black people and, you know, go on as business usual? Because I promise you, it will not be no business usual. Business as usual. Them days is over too. Sure is, honey. It's finna be enslavement. You know, the remix. You know, I don't even know how to express it to y'all. What this new world is gonna be like. I know I keep just talking about the flying cars and stuff, and the driverless cars that's gonna lock you in the back seat and stuff like that. You know, because I ain't never thought like this. Hell, it's unprecedented. Shit, I ain't never even really been a critical thinker in the first 49 years of my life, or 43, or whenever, you know, I did realize that, hey, we ain't all right. Because I thought we was all right. But honey, we ain't all right. Sure ain't. Somebody done lied to you too. Yeah. But let's read, because, you know, that's what we're here for, to learn. You know, and you know who I am. So I don't want nobody to be mistaken whatsoever. Well, what's Face about? Black people. Yep, Face sitting over there and stuff. What you think she gonna be talking about? Black people. Yeah, what Face want is the black people. I want the safety and the sanity of black people. That's why I'm here. Yep. Oh, we didn't finish reading this. This right here was about the Sambos. You know, the Sambos, when they did the first Sambo Awards and stuff, and it went to Detroit Mayor Dennis Archer and Kate Everett. Remember, we read about that yesterday. Let's read a little bit more about that. First Sambo Awards in Detroit in February 2004. Call them out. Should I go back to? Yeah, I'll go back to the original so you can understand about Sambos. And most of us already do, so it's going to go pretty fast. Sambo Awards, new group accountability. As conservatism and anti-black public policies have escalated, Black Americans have begun to take a more protective group posture. One change in behavior is that Blacks are beginning to hold other Blacks accountable when their actions harm the race. It is a constructive change in behavior for Blacks to call out Sambos. A Sambo is a Black person who knowingly degrades and betrays the race. Calling out Sambos is a phenomenon that is sweeping the country. Communities call out Sambos in a number of different ways. The most frequent form is an award ceremony that usually takes place during the last week in February, Black History Month. Sometimes Sambo Awards are announced on radio talk shows. Other times the lists are made up into flyers and distributed throughout the community. The commonality between the Sambo Awards is that they identify, acknowledge, and present to the public Sambos in that city or region. They say, in effect, if you sell us out, you will not be able to do it undercover, and you will suffer public consequences. Despite the variety of formats, Sambo Awards combine the Black tradition of calling people out with the customary Black History Month ritual of recognizing Black Americans whose personal achievements and accomplishments have lifted the race. How do these groups determine who to call out? The lead community organization begins the process. It solicits from the community nominations of individuals considered guilty of Samboing, compiles a list, and makes up a ballot. Once the ballot is complete, the community votes. The organization then presents the awards, always with fanfare and publicity, sometimes in formal ceremonies, sometimes in other ways. Awards have included Sambo plaques, Toby trophies, Hayward Shepherd certificates, shoe shine boxes, head rags, and watermelons. In 2004, Sambo Awards were presented in cities such as Dallas, Columbus, Ohio, Los Angeles, and New York. But the one that attracted the most attention was in Detroit, Michigan. First Sambo Awards. Let's check this out. In Detroit in 2004, Call 'em Out, a community organization dedicated to stamping out Samboing, hosted a beans and cornbread festival, the first regional Sambo Awards ceremony. That was the first. Former Detroit Mayor Dennis Archer received the Sambo Lifetime Achievement Award. Kay Everett, a Detroit councilwoman, was runner-up. Call 'em Out recognized Archer and Everett for their consistent anti-Black behavior. Anti-Black. Is that what we have unconsciously become? Anti-Black because we won't speak about nothing that's concerning our station status, our predicament in America. You know? It just make me wonder, yeah. They hid behind the concepts of colorblind, race-neutral myths, then used them as excuses to structure public policies that benefited whites and others while underserving the city's Black majority. At the Sambo Awards ceremony, Call 'em Out recommended how Mayor Dennis Archer justified awarding nearly 100% of the city's contract, control of the city's school system, entertainment centers, prime land, and the casino licenses to white people. That motherfucker. And then he proclaimed he would not make a Black man rich. See? That's that self-hatred. That's that dedicated ignorance that Dr. Ray Hagan's talking about. He coined it, yep. And rightly so. Councilwoman Everett, Kay Everett, a loyal supporter of Archer. See, they working hand in hand. They working together. Received the runner-up Sambo Award for numerous anti-Black actions. She was doing the most. She ran it publicly that she was sick of hearing of Blackness and that Blacks could kiss her Rudy Toot too. Call 'em Out cited just a few of Everett's offensive notes, which included seizing the land and homes of longtime Detroiters and turning them over to private developers, severely curtailing bus services, tearing down low-income housing for Blacks and replacing it with townhomes, and condominiums developed by whites from outside the city for occupancy of whites from outside the city. So she helping them to get the housing in the city so they can move in the city. Call 'em Out presented Councilwoman Everett with specially selected items for her Sambo Award, an Aunt Jemima head rag and a shoe shine box. In 2005, nearly 500 people attended the Call 'em Out Awards ceremony, which featured speakers, entertainment, and food. The winners were current Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick and once again, Councilwoman Kay Everett. Local Black newspapers hailed the event, while mainstream newspapers denounced the local Black community in effect, saying, "How dare you call out our Negroes? How dare you call our Negroes Sambos?" Everett continued her award-winning behavior, and on October 11, 2004, she received yet another recognition for her activities, this time from the government. After years of proclaiming she was race neutral and refusing to do anything to help the city's majority Black population, the news media splashed across the front pages the story of FBI indictments that alleged Everett had in fact been using her elective office to support and give city resources to one race, the white race. The FBI indicted Everett on 28 separate accounts of corruption and misuse of public office. The charges included taking bribes and other payoffs from white casino owners and land developers. The indictments even included a charge that Everett had demanded 18 pounds of sausage from one white developer as penalty for giving her a check that bounced. He wasn't even finna pay her ass. The check bounced. Then she gonna take her ass over there talking about, well, pay me, pay me then in 18 pounds of sausage. Well, pay me in pig. And think she doing something. She thinks she taught him a lesson. Well, go on and eat that toxic, non-sweating motherfucker then. You know. So where did the FBI get its information? A developer stressed out with Everett's constant demands for payouts, recorded telephone conversations and meetings with her. The media reported that the 28 counts could result in more than 400 years of imprisonment and that additional counts would soon be announced. Local black radio stations and the black-owned Michigan Citizen newspaper labeled her as the sausage queen. On the 24th of November 2004, 2 months after her federal indictments, Councilwoman Everett suddenly passed away. The harm she did to blacks in Detroit, unfortunately, did not. Yep. The first African explorer. You know, that's sad, though. That's really sad that she spent her life, you know, catering to white folks, taking from black folks, kicking black folks out on the street so that she can make room and comfortability for white folks. The first African explorer. Africans discovered the Americas long before the Europeans did. Since civilization developed first in Africa, it is logical that Africans would be the first people to migrate and explore the world. Why wouldn't the people that Columbus ran across be black? Black people were the first people. That means your mind think that, okay, black people were the first people in Africa, but they never left Africa. They stayed there in Africa. And then as they had more people, gave birth to more people on the planet, their people left Africa and went somewhere else. That don't even make sense. That's dumb. To think that. How do you think we are everywhere? How you think we are on every part of the planet? Because black people migrated, black people traveled, explored the world. White people just lied to us. They more than lied, they indoctrinated us. Unfortunately, over the course of time, most archaeological artifacts of the earliest African blacks were stolen, accidentally destroyed, or misidentified with later population groups. Yeah, like them dolls records, the doll rolls, misidentified with other people's. There wasn't no misidentification. Our elders couldn't tell us who they truly were. By that point, I can imagine they were threatened. If you reveal who you truly are, see, we done reclassified you. This is who you are now. Just like with Toby, Kunta Kinte. This is who you are now. You tell anybody who you truly are, Black Americans, you let them know who your true lineage is, we coming for you. So yeah, you know, I can see why our elders wouldn't tell us, you know, who they truly were. And, you know, Diane Calloway said that most of us were here already. And now that I learned about the dolls rolls, I see how they did it. The whole manipulation thing. Manifest destiny. You know, according to Arab historical and geographical documents. Oh, it said, but however, a few written records survived. According to Arab historical and geographical documents, a black Islamic king named Abu Bakari II. Abu Bakari. Now, wasn't that a cartoon we used to watch when I was a kid named Abu? Was that the genie on or the flying carpet or something? See? Yeah, a black Islamic king named Abu Bakari II instructed his people to build a large reed boat for crossing the Atlantic Ocean. With his crew, Abu Bakari sailed due west from the West African coast in 1311, y'all. See, we weren't slaves then. White people came and brought all that around. White people came and created all of that madness. Abu Bakari sailed due west from the West African coast in 1311. following the prevailing ocean currents. The natural currents of the ocean, that's what he followed. He didn't go against the currents. He let the currents take him wherever it would. Historians believe that he and his crew landed on the north coast of South America and proceeded overland to Panama and Mexico. In the late 1900s, a well-publicized transatlantic expedition using reed boats tried to replicate the path of Abu Bakr and his crew. They, too, followed the prevailing currents of the Atlantic Ocean. The currents carried them across the Atlantic to nearly the same spot where Abu Bakr is reputed to have landed. The success of this modern-day African to Western world expedition would lead one to conclude that Black Africans, rather than white Europeans, were most likely the first transatlantic explorers. Duel over slavery. Which United States senator was killed by Supreme Court justice in a duel over the enslavement of Africans? If you guessed David C. Broderick, you was right. David S. Terry, Chief Justice of the California Supreme Court, shot David C. Broderick at 10 paces in a gun duel at 5:30 a.m. Monday, September the 12th in 1859 on a ranch near San Francisco, California. Hit by a bullet and lying on the ground dying, Senator Broderick looked up at the crowd around him and said, "They killed me because I was opposed to their corruption and the extension of slavery." Broderick died a few days later. The extension of slavery. They wanted to prolong, carry it on. See, slavery was meant to be forever and ever. Yeah. It was meant to be our ancestors, their kids, their children, their children, their children, their children, their children, on up to today, to a few, centuries ago, with your great grandmama, her children, you, your children, their children, their children. Slavery was meant to never end. It was gonna go on forever and ever. That's how white folks wanted it. That's how they wanted it. Ask them. The duel was over whether Southern property rights, which included owning slaves, would become legal in California. David C. Broderick was a liberal opposed to slavery. David Terry was a pro-slavery conservative. Terry challenged Broderick to the duel because he was offended by remarks Broderick had made about slaveholders. In death, Senator Broderick became a martyr and accomplished more than he could have imagined. Many Californians considered his death a political assassination. In the 1860 presidential election, Abraham Lincoln carried California by 614 votes. And on the same ballot, California citizens voted to keep California a slave-free state. Terry lived until 1889, when he was shot to death at a train stop by a bodyguard of another United States Supreme Court justice. What goes around comes around. Quotable quote, "In order to get beyond racism, we must first take an account of race. There is no other way. In order to treat persons equally, we must first treat them differently." U.S. Supreme Court Justice Harry Blackmun, Blackmun, made this statement in 1978 in the opinion he voted for the minority in the Regents of the University of California versus Bake case. That's Bakke. See, these are all lessons. When we look up each one of these right here, they're going to be new lessons in themselves. Yep. First, all black militia, the image of the nation's Minutemen, has always been white. However, blacks have been called to militia movements several times in history. In the mid-1800s, the Reverend John Mars, M-A-R-S, a pastor in Springfield, Massachusetts, called upon the black men in his congregation to organize themselves into a militia, secure arms, and prepare to fight in response to the federal fugitive slave law. Why ain't our pastors and reverends called to the men in their churches, their congregations today about going out to patrol, protect, and provide for the communities? Even I know the pastor is 65 and got bad knees. I know he can't, walk long distances. He won't be part of the men that are physically and capable of going out to do these things. But hell, why he ain't asked? That's all I'm saying. Shit, I know he got a bad back. The militia swore blood revenge upon any white slave catcher caught kidnapping free or bonded blacks. Scattered black towns as far away as Kansas and Missouri established similar militant organizations to protect themselves. I mean, churches, pastors, mines too, back in the little hick towns. Why ain't you done it there? Hell, the town ain't got but 2 stoplights. See? But your community needs you. Hey, we ain't got but 2 stoplights. It might be 3 now. When I left, it was 1. And got 9 churches. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But why you ain't did that even there? At least you can, let those those hotheads know that, hey, yeah, we here. We taking care of our own community. Now you don't need to come by and see what such and such need, so you can hang around in her neighborhood, in front of her house all day, every day. I'm just saying. Shit. Hell, these things need to be said and stuff. What is black people waiting on? You pastors, you became a pastor and a reverend so you can read the Bible and that's it? What about what pastors and reverends used to do? They had the church as the sanctuary to teach black people how to stay safe, how to stay together, how to organize, what's the right way to do this. But y'all pastors and stuff, y'all ain't even thinking on that term. You're not. You sure not teaching the same thing that pastor, psychologist Ray Hagins is teaching. So I gotta ask, whose side are y'all on? I mean, somebody at some Bible study would at least been able to say, well, Pastor, what about William Joseph Simmons, and all the other historical contradictions of what's really in heaven? What, can you explain that to me, Pastor? I don't really understand. Because if all of these people is in heaven and stuff, do you got anywhere else for us to go? I mean, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Or say, hey, Pastor, I'm gonna turn in my my white Jesus right here, because I think you should at least let us know that's not who we need to keep in our mind's eye. Your heart and your spirit may know that Jesus is a black man, but your mind's eye, it's got a symbol, it's got that picture, that photograph of that white man with the blonde hair and blue eyes, and that's where your forgiveness kicks in, because that's who gets your sympathy. That's who gets your empathy, your love, your acceptance. See, well, and then, Pastor, I read that Dionysus got the same history as Jesus, and Buddha, he fasted 47 days. Jesus fasted 40 days. So can we learn a little bit about Buddha? Did Buddha get extra powers than Jesus did since he fasted longer? See, is anybody even using Bible study to learn? I mean, if you're just sitting there regurgitating the whole thing, is any pastors even telling their congregations and other pastors that, hey, have y'all heard about Dr. Ray Hagins? I mean, or is everybody against, the truth and the knowledge being spoken? You know, is that what y'all pastors is doing out here? Because if it is, Black America, you got a duty to let your pastor know you can't pastor my brother, for real, my brother, by my mom and my dad is a pastor. If that's you, your uncle, your daddy is the pastor, then you got a duty to let him know, look at here, daddy. Pastor Ray Hagins is a psychologist. I love you, Dad. I truly do. You my father. You gave birth to me. You taught me everything I know. But this pastor right here said, your mind is still trapped. So can you, me, and we, our conversation, our congregation, take some time during our Wednesday Bible studies? Just make it your Wednesday Bible study. That's all you got to do. Just make an attempt. Can we, me, you, and the rest of the congregation that come to the Bible study, let everybody know this is going to be a new Bible study. This is going to be a different Bible study. But can you please, Daddy, just at least think about it. Let's just watch some of Dr. Ray Hagins, Daddy, and see if it resonates with you. I know you the reverend and you the pastor, and you've been the pastor of our church for 25 years, Daddy. But things have changed now. People got new knowledge now, Daddy. Is anybody willing to tell your Black pastor, be he your husband, your brother, your sister, because you know women is pastors now too. Mm-hmm. But is anybody at least telling these pastors and stuff that, hey, it's new information now? You know, you ain't got to be scared no more. Pastor, you ain't. You probably scared, more scared than anybody. Because you've been holding that lake of fire so close to you. I got to get out of that lake of fire. I cannot go to that lake of fire. It won't burn me. You've been holding it so hard and stuff so heavy, so close to you. But I don't know, you know, but try to save your people. That's all I'm saying. It's new information out here. It's new knowledge out here for Black people. As far as I'm concerned, this knowledge is not for everybody. It's not for everybody else. This knowledge is being revealed. The truth is being exposed because of this. The cosmos don't need a reason. The cosmos ain't got to tell y'all asses why it's coming down now. The cosmos ain't got to tell y'all why karma is coming back around. The Bible told you that the first should be last, the last should be first. That's why all of this is happening, because white America has brought this judgment upon them. So everything is being exposed. So Black people can at least have some chance, some opportunity to get ourselves up and save ourselves. See, that's why it's happening. And this very well might be Black America's last chance. See, this very well might be our last chance right here in America, because this is where I started unlearning and relearning, right here in America, in the United States. You know, my ancestors say, oh no, this ain't it. This ain't just it. And I got a feeling that when we read about, when we finally get that 1,400 page study on Black people, I got a feeling it's going to be Africa and America, Black people. It's a 1,400 page document of genocide. Genocide. So, you know, yeah, I'm very, you know, wary. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Don't be worried. Worried for what? You can go up there. You can go all up there in that multiverse. You can go to the multiverse is 12 universes. It's not just one universe. Yeah, you had a reason to be worried if you see it like that, because you couldn't go nowhere than from heaven to hell, back from heaven and hell, heaven and hell, heaven and hell, heaven and hell. Now with new knowledge, if you open to receive it, see all the knowledge that's out here. If you open to get all that knowledge out there, honey, you can go to the 12th universe if you want to. You can. Anybody can take this piece of paper right here, look at it, read it, and learn from it. Anybody can do this. That's why the knowledge, the information that has been stolen, like Dr. Claude Anderson said, it's been stolen. or what else he said, destroyed or misidentified. If somebody steals this, they can make understanding of it. You can get something and you can go over it over and over again until you understand it, until you perfect it. You can rent it off and folks will actually think you got it on the first try because it came naturally to you. Anybody can do that. If you got the mind and the willingness to manipulate something, you can do that, you know. But the cosmos can't be fooled. You can't lie to the cosmos. The cosmos has just been very tolerable. Mother Gaia, the planet has been very tolerable because all of this madness, this maiming and murder of the children of the sun, for one, because the cosmos manifested us. Yeah, what they call the Big Bang Theory, that was the cosmos, the entire multiverse. It sent a star, probably perhaps from the 12th universe all the way down, and that star is what manifested the black woman. Yeah, that star is what manifested the black woman because that star went the longest than any shooting star you've ever seen, thought about, heard of, or witnessed, or read about in any book. And that right there was the birth, the manifestation of the black woman. Yeah. And the star went so long, if you want to, it's your mind. You create your new reality. You create your reality. This here is just a simulation. Everybody up there watching us. And as you can see, they got names of the goddesses on them. And, you know, on this side right here, there's goddess Wajet, goddess Oshun, also known as Orisha, goddess, there's Papa Legba right there, goddess Nekbek, goddess Hathor, goddess Ishtar. All of them, everybody that's up there are watching us right here. I was listening to this Neil deGrasse, and he was saying, like, you know, if you watching over something, and if you cut that something in half, you able to actually look off in it. You actually able to look off in it, and you can see another dimension of that. We are in a different dimension. Yeah, I've been learning about dimensions, y'all. It's so many dimensions. I got 11 dimensions of this universe. And it's a multiverse out there. It's actually 12 universes. I know he gonna need a really big book, you know. But yeah, it's worthy. I mean, you ought to be able to just feel the energy when you start reading, when you start learning, when you start hearing it. You know, when I listen to other people's stuff, I feel their energy. And I ran out and bought me like 20 notebooks. I know, go figure. Go to the Dollar Tree. You get them for $1. Yeah. I went out and bought me 20 notebooks because I was listening to brother on, you know, on one of his airs, his own airs and stuff. You know, I was listening to him and I got the energy in me. And I done went about all, I started to buy all of them. You know, but they were the same ones and stuff. And I'm like, I'll go to another Dollar Tree and get some of theirs and stuff, you know, because I want to build up my library, you know. Yeah, it's all for us. But honey, when you feel this right here, it's like a light. It's like a welcoming and invitation, you know. And yeah, you'll accept it. You will accept it, but you know, you gotta want to do that. You know, so yeah, let's just finish reading this stuff. Let me keep eye on the time because you know, yeah, I'll go on and on and on. Yeah, I don't know if the ancestors want me to just keep going on and on and on and on. I don't know. I'll do it if they tell me to. Yeah, and you can leave at any time you want to because you'll see me again. I'll see you again. You know, if we of like minds, then yeah, you know, I think at some point I'm gonna get to the point where I just come on and read something and then I'm gone. You know, I just come on and read something and tell y'all what I think about it and stuff, what happened and how I figured this and that. And then I can go on about my day and stuff. Yep. I just feel like, you know, for each one of us, we got to start obeying our ancestors. For our ancestors. We got to be intentional, y'all, for our ancestors. You be intentional for Jesus. You be intentional for God, Yahweh, Yahushua. You call them by name. And the other person over there don't even know who you talking about. Because I would have never, I'd have thought Yahushua was your child's name. Yep. Back in the day, I would have thought Yahushua, why'd you name her baby Yahushua? you know. So yeah, call your ancestors by name. Start calling them by names, the ones that you do know. The ones you don't know, refer to them as my ancestors. That's all you got to do. Give them some credit because they've been giving you some. I know y'all ain't know it. Y'all thought that was Jesus. Yeah, y'all thought that was Jesus. Oh, Jesus came right on time and stuff. I've been waiting. That was your ancestors. Give them some credit too. Give them some credit too. Give yourself some credit. You the one did your taxes. You the one filled it out. So, you know, give yourself some credit too, Black America. You know, white folks did a number on you. They lied to you. All right, let's read. Oh, first, all Black militia. The image of the nation's Minutemen has always been white. However, Blacks have been called to militia movements several times in history. In the mid-1800s, the Reverend John Mars, a pastor in Springfield, Massachusetts, called upon the Black men in his congregation to organize themselves into a militia, secure arms, and prepare to fight in response to the federal fugitive slave law. The militia swore blood revenge upon any white slave catcher caught kidnapping free or bonded Black people. Scattered Black towns as far away as Kansas and Missouri established similar militant organizations to protect themselves. See, it was all about protecting themselves, y'all. It wasn't about going out looking for trouble, starting trouble. And this right here was the mid-1800s. The mid-1800s, say the middle of 1800s, around 1865. Following the Civil War, Adelbert, Adelbert, Adelbert Ames, Ames, a white Republican governor of Mississippi, called on Blacks to arm themselves to counter violence by white Democrats. The call to arms, however, was short-lived. Governor Ames lost his nerve, disarmed Black people, then betrayed them for a worthless "will be nice" pledge from an all-white Democratic Party. See, you put all your faith in them and stuff, and then they just renege and take it all back from you. You know. Across the nation, the Black militia movement demonstrated two truisms, truisms, and failed primarily because of Blacks themselves. The truisms are: one, it is unrealistic for Blacks to expect protection from white people. Unless their ass is not out here on the front of the protest line. So when that rubber bullet or whatever come through the air and stuff, it'll protect Black people in the back. But see, white folks ain't gonna do that to the white women that's out there. They got the complexion for protection. Well, try it and see. See, you talking about, yeah, face, they will shoot them too. Try it and see. You got one or two heated up white folks out there on the front. Then they might get, a rubber bullet to their ass. But put the whole line white folks. Honey, the whole squad might back up. Everybody stand down. Put the gun down. Put all the gear off and stuff and just go get in their cars and leave. Try it and see. Shit, I'm just saying. Hell, yeah, I'm just saying. I'm going to leave it right there. Number two, Black people have proved unwilling to protect themselves. See, we ain't even willing to protect ourselves. Me too. When I was out there, protesting, hell, I didn't even know if I'd even had an inkling of what they were going to be. Honey, I'd have been out there in all my motherfucking gear. If I could have came with some extra gear for somebody else. Here, sis, put this on. Here, sis, they're going to be shooting the smoke and stuff. What's that stuff they be shooting and they be burning your eyes and stuff? Here, put this mask on, sis, so that way you can breathe too. Why the hell ain't nobody did none of that for no protest? Any protest I done seen anywhere. Anywhere. Here, there, all over the country and stuff. Like when George Floyd was assassinated, a murder. And, everybody came out for the protest and stuff. So we were seeing it all over the country and stuff. But why come the people that was out there protesting was not protected? Why? I didn't think about it at the time and stuff, but after the fact, why weren't people protected? And then now, Trump done done reneged on the Insurrection Act of 1807. So I suggest, I do advise, if you are going to be out there and you finna be organizing black people to come out there with your ass, and I don't care if you black, then please go get them some gear to protect them. Okay? Get them the mask to put on their face, so when their asses is shooting them that spray and stuff, you know, what they call it? You know, and they shooting and it's real strong, like mace or something, so that they can breathe. Get them some chest, the vest and stuff, you know. I mean, I'm just saying, hell, you got them out there and stuff. At least look out for them. When you're getting all these grants and stuff, you know, and you're coming out into the community with, you know, helping us with our diapers and our household necessities and stuff like that. And, you know, you're setting up tents and stuff where we can come with our bill. I don't know if that happened yet or not, but we can come, you know, with our bill. You know, granted, you probably can't pay all of it because shit, you know, face, you don't let this bill get up to $2,500. I can't give you but $200, you know, and that's fine. You know, you can pay $200 on it for me and stuff, you know, and you're doing stuff like that. Can you please start buying some little stuff on the side and stuff, you know, like, hey, yeah, let's get some gas masks. Let's go ahead and get some rubber bulletproof vests, you know, if that's what they're using out there and stuff, you know. I'm just saying. You're getting hand warmers for the wintertime when people, you know, so people don't get frostbite and stuff. Can you go a little bit further with your grants and make it worthy for the people to stand up on the right side of justice? I mean, if you want people to stand up and come out and help you to save yourselves, them people too. I'm just saying, them people that's out there now that's protesting because they don't want to go back where they must go back to, why they ain't got on no mask and shit? See, I'm not here to harm nobody or nothing. We ain't coming out there with their asses. That's for sure. We ain't coming out there with them. But at least get them folks some protection so they can, you know, do what they feel like they need to do and go back home safely, because they got to go. At the end of the day, you're going to have to go. You came over here the wrong way. You're going to have to leave the right way. You know, and yeah, we don't want them to leave hurt. What are you going to end up having to leave for anyway? But your ass is hurt. You maimed. So, you know, look out for people. You getting people out there and stuff. That's all I'm saying. You know, because that's just like, damn, for real. For real. You told me that we finna go swimming in the Atlantic Ocean. I'm just saying. And all these currents in the Atlantic Ocean, you ain't got us no vest, no boat, no buoy to hold on. We just in the Atlantic Ocean, just going wherever the current gonna take us and stuff. You know, you gotta look out for people. And if you're sincere, I'm not saying folks it just wasn't sincere and stuff, but I just feel like if you're sincere, you will make sure that, you know, the people you're looking out for, you know, they are looked out for. I mean, hell, after a while, you've been doing it for a long time. You should know these things. You know, I mean, hell, that's just like shit. Your ass cooking chicken. And you keep cooking that chicken, you keep wondering why ain't nobody eating this chicken and stuff. What's wrong with this chicken? This chicken need to be improved. You got to put some salt and pepper. You got to season this chicken. You know. So, yeah, you probably seasoned it without putting flour on it. But you got to learn. Oh, I got to batter it first. And I got to season this chicken. I got to batter it. Oh, damn, I got to thaw it out first. The chicken froze. So, see, as you do things repetitiously, then you should, Black America, be coming up with ideas to you know, for safety, for preparation. I'm just saying. Oh, I wasn't no organizer, but if I was, shit, I'm just a Black woman in America, a grandmother, a great grandmother, you know, in America. Just like a whole lot of y'all and stuff. I ain't reached no pinnacle of success and financial freedom and all of that good stuff, educational freedom. No, we just common people now that y'all seeing. Like you. Matter of fact, you've got some degrees and skills and talents that a lot of us don't. See? So if we all could just get on one accord of personal freedom, because that's what we need. At this point right here in time, we don't need the financial freedom. It's good to have because you want to have money so you can pay your bills, feed your family, keep yourself warm in the wintertime, cool in the summertime, what have you. But we need personal freedom right now, Black America. We need to be able to speak on the things and the issues that are most concerning to us. We can't even hardly really talk about education, the miseducation of our people, our children and stuff. Because if we could, we would tell white America motherfucking asses, y'all should have been know before your ass retired. Before your ass retired, Miss Kathy, you should have been approached the Board of Education and told them, look at here. All 750 of us teachers from every state around here that could make it. And then we got some that send in their emails. Here you go. But we need a curriculum to undo all of this miseducation that we have done to Black children, Black people. The elders, we can't really do nothing about that. But right now, we can start with the Black children that's in our school systems. Y'all could have did that. It could have been done, So, I don't really see much sincerity for my people. I just don't. But let's read. Black politicians in the Republican Party were 100% opposed to Blacks arming themselves because white party leaders were opposed to Blacks fighting in defense of their own special interests. Black leadership proved timid and compromising. They only wanted to get along. They were socially conditioned to see any action independent of whites as impractical and unwise. Is that why, Black people, you feel like you can't do this on your own? You need white folks to do this because white folks can get in there where Black folks can't get in there? Well, if you ain't meant to get in there, maybe you meant to go around it. Because all the years and decades and working with allies and stuff, and I see a lot that we have done and accomplished together and have built up and just solidified, just solidified ourselves. But hell, ain't nobody out there patrolling our communities, protecting our communities. Ain't nobody put nobody on par, let's organize y'all and help y'all get out here and learn how to patrol y'all communities. Let's get out here and show y'all we gonna support y'all to get your community center back. Get your community center back. We finna put all this together. We gonna work together, Black America. Where the allies that were supposed to do those things for Black America? Where? The ones that did say, oh yeah, we got this set up in place where we're gonna go out and patrol and protect our own communities and stuff, but we gotta do it like the white man say we gotta do it. See, all of this cowering down instead of really sincerely addressing Black America's needs and stuff. I don't sit with none of it. I don't agree with none of it. Was it even worth it? Was it even worth it? What did you get? What you got now, Black America? What you got now? Nothing. They were socially conditioned to see any action independent of whites as impractical and unwise. That attitude and behavior evolved and was infused into a nonviolent civil rights movement that focused on social integrations in the 1900s. Let me guess. A nonviolent civil rights movement in the 1900s. Well, let's just read. First officer to lead Black Civil War soldiers in the Union Army during the Civil War. Only white officers commanded Black soldiers. James H. Lane was the first white officer assigned to lead Black Union troops into battle against Southern Confederate troops. Before the Civil War started, Lane could best be called a total segregationist. Lane didn't just oppose racial integrated communities or schools. He opposed free Blacks and enslaved blacks, even entering the state of Kansas. When Lang was drafted and commissioned as an officer in the Union Army, his life took an unexpected and ironic twist. Lang was assigned to military duty in the Midwest, which compelled him to alter his negative racial attitude and do what he could never have dreamed of doing when he was a civilian. He had to value the lives of blacks over whites by leading black troops into combat against slaveholders and Southern Confederate soldiers. Military records indicate Lang carried out his orders successfully. The first back to Africa movement was this Marcus Garvey, the back to Africa. Black to Africa. You know, that's I'm your boy, something like that. Yeah, Black to Africa. Yeah, it's just wordplay. Paul Cuff! Paul Cuff! This is Paul Cuff. Y'all, I was thinking about Marcus Garvey. Back to Africa, his movement, the UNIA. But y'all, this right here was Paul Cuff. You know, Paul Cuff was the one that he survived and stuff. Hold on. He survived and he I think he was kidnapped or something. We're gonna find out. But what happened was he had all of his fleets. He started out with a small ship, a little small boat, like a little rowboat. But honey, he ended up with a whole fleet of ships. Paul Cuff did. And that's who we're finna read about now. Well, anyway, Paul Cuff, and you know, gaining his freedom, he was so free out on the waters and stuff, y'all. He had a whole fleet of ships, starting out from that one rowboat. So with all of his fleet of ships and stuff, he was worth $20,000 in that day. Can you imagine being worth $20,000 in 1759? A black man, 1817 when he died. A black man, $20,000 that day. I imagine today that's probably like, whoa, so much money and stuff. But anyway, while he was out on the seas and stuff, you know, he was traveling to different places and ports and stuff, you know, trading because he was a seaman, you know, and his heart just felt, you know, I imagine when he pulled up to the shore, some of them, and he would see our people, black people, and he would know when he leave and go back out to sea that his people were still in that predicament, you know. And so he wanted to do something for black people because he felt like, I'm free. I got financial freedom. I got personal freedom. You know, I'm free. I got physical freedom. Can't nobody come out on these waters and fuck with me, you know. But he wanted to do something for black people. So what he did, y'all, in all of his traveling and stuff, all of his selling and stuff, he found one place where he wanted to help black people get to initially. It probably would have been more places because, you know, he traveled. He was a businessman. People respected him. They knew at first they was against it. Oh, yeah, well, where's your captain? Well, you rolled up in here like that off of them shores and stuff, like you were going to come on up on the land. And Paul like, oh, I am the captain. Oh, yeah, you're the captain. This is your ship. You come in on the ship. So why you the first ship? Why aren't you down there at the end? And Paul was like, they all my ships. You see. But over time and stuff, you know, they knew. When they seen that whole fleet coming, all 12 of them, however many ships is in a fleet. They know that's the Cuff fleet. Paul Cuff. So Paul was out on the waters and stuff, and he wanted to do something for black folks, his people. So in all his travels and stuff, he picked Sierra Leone, y'all. Sierra Leone, y'all. And he met with the leaders there. And he explained to them, you know, what was happening, what was going on, and what he wanted to see happen. They agreed. They came into a contract that black people, they would give them citizenship and land, and black people could relocate to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, yeah. And it happened. It was successful, and then he got ill, and, you know, he passed away, and it just kind of waned off and stuff, you know. It didn't really take off after that. But yeah, that was Paul Cuff. And see, you can remember his name. I remember his name because it's like it's like cuffs, handcuffs. He wasn't physically enslaved anymore. He was free to come and go stay on the seas as long as he wanted to. He didn't even have to come up on the land for nothing and nobody. But he did. And when he did, he would see our people, his people, still cuffed. So you can remember his name, Paul Cuff. So yeah, that's why he wanted to get them cuffs off of them and get them free to Sierra Leone. Yeah, you can remember his name. So let's read. You know, Paul Cuff. and that's Cuffee, you know. Paul Cuff, 1759 to 1817, a black man, was the first person to actually carry out a Back to Africa movement. The Constitution of the United States was written following the Revolutionary War, and it mandated an end to international slave trading by the year 1807. Is that the year that the Insurrection Act? Oh, yeah, it was against the protesters and stuff. Wow. See the chronological order. With repetition, I'm at least beginning to recognize the years. But see, I still need your channel and stuff because I'm still like, well, damn, you know. Yeah, it's still a thing to get through. So see, yeah, I need your channels on chronological stuff, history and stuff, so I can learn about these dates. Let's read the constitutional mandate and the fact that slavery hit a low in the 10-year period between 1789 and 1799 led many white people to believe that slavery would be non-existent by 1807. So, you know, they already knew that slavery would probably be non-existent by 1807. But they was already, oh, we got to stop that then. We can't let that happen. Oh, no, because see, they intended to keep black people forever. You know, yeah. Paul Cuff, a free black ship captain and merchant, appealed to both the federal government and free blacks to support his Back to Africa relocation plan for all freed slaves. See, I guess white people were just going to keep going to still kidnap black people. They were just going to continue to kidnap black people. I don't know. When people died and was killed and burned and lynched, you know, because life and death happens, I guess white folk like we'll just go back and get some more. But see, when they came up with the transatlantic slave thing, then, you know, international slave trading was forbidden. They couldn't do it no more. So I guess they feel like, shit, oh, hell, shit, we won't be able to go get no more. I don't know. Paul Cuff, a free black ship captain and merchant, appealed to both the federal government and free blacks to support his Back to Africa relocation plan for all freed slaves. Over the course of 20 years, y'all, he was successful for 20 years. Over the course of 20 years, Cuff personally, who played with their side? Cuff personally transported 38 African Americans to Freetown, Sierra Leone. The white-sponsored American Colonization Society was more successful. And there was a white-sponsored organization, society. I don't know. I can't believe that during those times, white people then was more sincere than white people asses today is. White people asses today. Asses is out there with you and ain't even got a John Brown mindset. They ain't got a John Brown mindset, honey. No, they might got a Brown mindset where they'll come with you, you know. But that's it. That's the extent of it. They'll come with you and maybe give you some fish. But as far as teaching you how to fish, see, it's missing the John part. So you got to have the John and the Brown to have that John Brown mindset. And I just feel like, you know, white people today, they just ain't got it. You just ain't got it. If you had it, then you should have showed it. If you knew, white people, that any of y'all, that you had the mindset and you knew, hey, we're supposed to be teaching black people how to patrol their own communities. We supposed to help them get their community center back. See, it's all about the sincerity. Who is sincere for Black America? You know, I mean, that's just me. I'm just saying, this just me. You know, yeah. Where we at? I know, right? Let's read. The white-sponsored American Colonization Society was more successful during the same period in its Back to Africa movement. The society transported nearly 10,000 blacks at a cost of $1,800,000. $1,800,000 rather than spending approximately $180 in transportation costs per ex-slave, some slaveholders felt it was cheaper to simply set them free to be on their own in America. So see, and I think I did read something about this. I might have got it out of here. I don't think so, though. That it costed $180 to send them to Sierra Leone. So yeah, 10,000 black peoples would have been $1,800,000. But see, I wouldn't have known, the depthness of this anyway. So a few, but instead of paying the money, white folks eventually said, shit, hell, let's just free their ass. Shit, that's $1,800,000 we could have kept. Let's just free their ass. And that was fine and dandy, I guess, in its own right, because that's what was supposed to be done. But here, let's wait here. Yes, this is good. Yeah, green. So, face the nation. What about this nation of America in the days of Trump? Will black people survive all the money cuts? We don't survive the money cuts up to now. We got to work outside the money cuts. You see? We got to work outside the money cuts. We are forced to do for ourselves now. Yeah, we forced to do for ourselves now. What little money we can get, we better be using it to build up our pantries and build up our personal libraries. If you ain't got no other pastime and you can't remember Paul Cuff, Robert Small, Benjamin O. Davis, or William Flora, the black soldier who held off the Great Battle of British or something like that by himself. You see? Yeah, we can't be worried about the finances, the money of it, because we ain't never had it, the money and stuff. There's always been money cuts. We literally going back to times where we going to be back to basic. Yeah, that we're going to be looking bad as hell on your head because we going back to basics, literally. Back to basics. Yeah, you're going to be doing stuff the old-fashioned way, possibly hanging your clothes out on the line again. For some of us that ain't did that in years. Damn, I ain't hung clothes outside in like 20 years. I know that's what you're saying. Well, you're going to get ready to do it again. Yeah, I hope some of you got your washboards in your attic and stuff. If you don't, when you see a washboard at the thrift store, you better get it. If I see one, I'm sure getting it. So, you can wash them clothes on that washboard. Rinse them out with a little water and throw them on that door up there. Yeah, so we can't be worried about the money cuts. Yeah, we always have money cuts. I hope that answers your question, but I don't know. I just woke up myself, green soap. But yeah, we can't be worried. I don't want us to worry. I just want us to be wary, and know that we got to do these things and stuff. I ain't started myself. For all my talking, I ain't even got the funds to start up, honey. I'm trying to start my little inside garden right now with a clove of garlic. Yeah. And then, I got some ginger in there that's got that stem that's growing up on it. It ain't very big. Let me get it. It ain't very big, but, it's growing. And I will be able to use it. I better go ahead and use it before it dry out, though. So, I do got to go out today and, catch the bus and stuff. But see, I'm just going to cut that little piece off. It was just a little small one at first. But I'm just letting it grow, and then that's ginger. And then I'm going to plant me some ginger. I'm just going to do what little bit I can do for me. Honey, I'll eat salads and stir fries. I'll drink me some water, Yeah. We got to start rationing, if that's even the word. I don't want to worry us. But let our babies know, our young children that can understand, let them know the times is finna get really hard. We're not going to have money. Food stamp, food like that. They don't need to be eating all this junk food and stuff anyway. So we just got some direct changes that we can make for ourselves. And it's gonna help us and stuff. Cause people had the chance to ward off all of this calamity that Trump doing. People just didn't want to do it because they know black people gonna be able to maintain, survive, and even come up. And that's what people didn't want and stuff. They lying to us. Everybody is. They lying to us. They some motherfucking liars. You know, this is how they always done. I believe people knew exactly all of the, even if they knew it and forgot about it. They knew about the many agendas and projects and events and operations and plans and memorandums and studies. They knew about all of that, the bills and the codes and the laws on black people. They knew them things never stopped. White folks knew that never stopped right here in America. Hell, white folks was the ones that went and told Kentucky and them, well, you going to have to lynch them. You going to have to lynch them then. If you want us to stop doing this to black people, when they commit a crime, you going to have to lynch them in public for us. So white people is the only one basically really that can get out here and say, hey, leave them alone. I mean, whose side are they on? Since we want to stay with them so much, we got to start asking the questions. Hell, that's why they don't give a damn, because they see how we scared to ask them the questions. We scared to let them know, hey, y'all asses ain't never really done nothing for us. Shit, them little crumbs y'all gave us, hell, shit, you should have kept that shit for yourself. Because, see, the ashes we would have came up out of, the crumbs we would have found ourselves, honey, we could have made the whole damn cake if we wanted to. See, that's what we get, putting all our loyalty and our faith and our trust in other people, white people, that know very well how this system of white supremacy / racism is working. I don't know if they learn these things, you know, before they get out in the world and they're able to understand and comprehend that you must never, ever speak of these things here. I don't know if white folks anticipated that, yeah, when she gets a little older, she's going to be mingling with other kids in school and stuff, and she may have another race of a boyfriend, you know. So I guess that when she probably 6, I don't know, 4. Hell, I don't know. I don't think like this. Did they let each other know, hey, it's all right to be friends with them and date them, have babies. It's all right to even marry with them. But you remember one thing. Don't you ever, ever let your lineage, the white lineage, die off. Is that what it is? Is that how it happened? So white folks are okay with mingling and marrying. As long as you, Sabrina, as long as you teach them babies that they better, if they can, get you a white man. Well, let them date whoever they want to date, but don't you ever tell them not to get a white fella. You know, it's all about genetic survival. I don't know how the conversation went. I wasn't there either. But I know it's time for us to start thinking about things, even if it do sound like it's, you know, out of left field. Like, you know, the face talking out her neck again. Yep. So let's read. Yeah, but that attitude and behavior evolved and was infused into the nonviolent civil rights movement that focused on social integration in the 1900s. The first officer, we read about him. Yeah, James H. Lane. Then we read about Paul Cuff. See, I get distracted and stuff. I need, like, you know, a highlighter so I can mark books and stuff to know where I'm at. But this is our book, so yeah, we good. A few thousand blacks received meritorious manumission in the late 1790s. I've heard that word before, meritorious manumission. I can't really say what it is right now, but we will learn. Neither the 1807 date established in the Constitution for the end of international slave trading, nor the nation's first back to Africa movements noticeably impeded the growth of the institution of slavery. And they wouldn't, because, you know, them 10,000 black people was like a drop in the bucket compared to the expansive, humongous business, you know, of the institution of slavery, I guess. Growth actually exploded in the early 1800s. Paul Cuff, the American Colonization Society, and all subsequent back to Africa movements failed for a number of reasons, but primarily because of the costs associated with relocation, reparations to slave owners. Reparations to slave owners. Again, maybe this is the one time that they said they paid the slave owners. No, this is another time they paid the slave owners. Because this time right here is in the 1700s when Paul Cuff and the few were who was that? The American Colonization Society. They helped 10,000 black people. So you mean tell me they paid them 10,000 black people's masters reparations? And then when black people were physically freed, they paid them slave masters reparations too? Maybe I'm getting the wrong understanding. Reading is fundamental. I can agree with that. Reparations to slave owners, and the fact that too many blacks identify with America as their home and refuse to be relocated. See, some of us won't go. Some of us don't want to go. Even now, in this new awakening, black people, we are in a new awakening. We are in a reawakening today. Right now, for a long time, we've been in a new awakening, a reawakening. I just woke up, but we've been in this reawakening. And, you know, there is talk of another mass exodus, migration. Some black people will not go. Some black people going to choose to stay here. And that's their right to stay here. It'll be a personal choice that you make. But there were other more subtle reasons why the Back to Africa movement failed. In the early 1800s, the federal government initiated immigration policies that encouraged European whites to migrate to America. The government knew mainstream white society and the economy would need black people as an underpaid, non-competitive labor class, captured consumers, and as an official outgroup to elevate newly arriving immigrants. 20 generations of immigrants have used Native Black Americans as a political and economic platform for Americanization. Oh, that's deep. Let me read that one more time because I don't even understand that. Is this talking about the Dawes Rolls or was this before? In the early 1800s, the federal government initiated immigration policies that encouraged European whites to migrate to America. The government knew mainstream white society and the economy would need black people as an underpaid, non-competitive labor class, captured consumers, and as an official outgroup to elevate newly arriving immigrants. 20 generations of immigrants have used Native Black Americans as a political and economic platform for Americanizations. So can we start there? With the 20 generations that's mentioned here to get their shit and go. Since everybody leaving, going back where they supposed to be. And this right here now look like we're going back to the 1800s. We're going back to the 1800s. These 20 generations, you know, yeah, they brought them over here. These white Europeans. The federal government had them to migrate to America. Can we find these same people, these same families? Because it's time to go. It's time to go. Since they opening up the borders and your boy, your clan boy trying to send everybody everywhere else. Well, how about we just even this whole thing out? Everybody get the hell up and go. How about that? Everybody go. If you can't significantly prove that you belong here, you was the first here. You got the color of the first people that was here. Then we pretty much gonna need you to go. Now, those that you have gotten a little, likewise by the sun or whatever have you, or your situation is slightly different, then perhaps you'll be one of those that get through the loop. But I think it's time, for everybody to just look at everything then. And let's everybody look at everything. Let's everybody look at white America. Since that's who calling all the shots. Since that's who doing everything, that's who perpetrating everything, That's who writing the narrative. I mean, it makes sense to me. But let's read. First, in the electric chair, Henry Bookman. Henry Bookman, a 28-year-old black man who lived in the state of Oklahoma, was the first person in the nation publicly executed in an electric chair. Throughout history, humans have executed other humans, especially across racial lines. In the late 1800s, Thomas Edison and the Westinghouse Corporation demonstrated how electricity could be used to kill. They invented the electric chair, requiring only 2,400 volts of electricity for 30 seconds. They held their electric chair as economical. More effective, and less gruesome than the old-fashioned public fire squads and hangings. One of the first customers for the electric chair was the Oklahoma State Prison System, but it went unused for nearly 30 years because, see, white folks that was committing crimes, it wasn't for them. Initially, it was not for them. So for 30 years, white folks that was committing crimes was not punished. And you know the kind of crimes that they was doing. But you know, I digress. Because it hadn't at that point, it ain't even said nothing about the time line. But this right here said in the early 1900s. And so we know what their mindset, I know what their mindset was like in the early 1900s. Right here. And right here is what white America's mindset was like during these times. But, you know, I digress. The first man to be in the electric chair was a black man. In the early 1900s, the state of Oklahoma got its first chance to test the electric chair on a living human. Henry Bookman was tried and convicted of killing his white employer, Richard Horseman, for some unknown reason. Prior to a brief trial, local whites made 2 unsuccessful attempts to break Bookman out of jail and lynch him. Because, you know, we read about in, I think it was in Red Summer, it might have been in racial violence in Kentucky, 1865 to 1940, when black men that were committing crimes or allegedly to have committed crimes was locked up in jail, and white mobs would go get them out of jail and go lynch them and dismember them and stuff like that. So they tried 2 times to go get Henry. Can you even imagine the fear he felt? And then in 1915, on the day he was scheduled to die in the Westinghouse-built electric chair, Bookman exercised his right to make one last request. He asked to be buried in a black suit. The prison did not have a black suit, so it gave Bookman a brown suit instead. When the switch was pulled on the never-before-used electric chair, Bookman received 2 jolts of 2,400 volts. The doctor who examined Bookman and pronounced him dead noticed that Bookman had received his last request. The electric currents were so hot that they not only killed Bookman, but turned his brown suit black. In the death of Henry Bookman, there are lessons for the living. Be careful what you ask for, and be even more careful where you sit. Don't sit yourself at a table where you can't eat. Don't sit yourself at a table where somebody else pushing your food across to you. You don't know what they feeding you. Build your own table if you must. First result of Indian-held slaves. In 1842, one of the nation's first and biggest slave results occurred in the newly established Oklahoma Territory between Indian slaveholders and their enslaved blacks. I thought somebody had said at one time stuff that Indians actually did not enslave black people. They were their family. However they put it. It was a long time ago and stuff. But they were like their family or something. But I digress. Black slaves revolted, killed a large number of Indians, and took off for freedom in Mexico. Just like white slave owners, Indians pursued the runaway blacks nearly to the Mexican border. En route, the blacks armed themselves and had running battles with the Indians. A final battle took place just a short distance from the Mexican border. Many blacks and Indians died in the battle, but Indians captured a large number of the runaway blacks and returned them to slavery in the Oklahoma Territory. They remained slaves throughout the Civil War. While this nation was at war, the 5 civilized tribes, the 5 civilized Indian tribes, held no less than 10,000 African blacks in captivity. So see, they motherfucking asses here. They asses they don't deserve no damn worthiness either. They don't deserve no worthiness and forgiveness either. What, they don't get a pass. They don't get excused because, oh, it ain't like that now. Oh, it was different then. Oh, it wasn't that many. It was only 10,000. You know, I'm just, yeah. We ain't got no friends. We ain't got no friends, period. Although in 1865, the United States government signed freedom agreements and paid all tribes to free their black slaves, the Choctaws and the Chickasaws did not free their black slaves for another 2 to 3 years. The freedom agreements required Indians not only to free blacks they were holding in captivity, but to also give the slaves money and free land. The Indians did not release their black captives in the agreed upon time frame and never gave them no land or no money. I guess they said, hell, how the white man gonna tell us to free them and give them land and money, and they ain't doing it? I guess they said, hell, how they gonna tell us to free them, and hell, they ain't freeing them. Because, you know, in the deep South, white folks wasn't freeing slaves. No, even when they got that letter delivered to the plantation, all slaves are free. You must free them. White folks in the deep South didn't do it. I think the Union Army had to travel from plantation to plantation to plantation to plantation to make sure that they asses told their slaves, you were free. You could go away. You could go to freedom. First blacks to hold Indians accountable. Immediately following the Civil War, former black Union soldiers were converted into Buffalo Soldiers and assigned to police duty in the developing Western frontier. This was the first time the black Buffalo Soldiers got a chance to reverse roles with American Indians who had sided with European whites in slavery and the Civil War. Black Buffalo Soldiers fought successful battles with various Indian tribes from the Mississippi River to California. One black Buffalo Soldier wrote a poem that reflected their racial pride and the confidence that the blacks had in their military skills and commanding white officer. The 9th marched out with splendid cheer, the Badlands to explore. With Colonel Henry at their head, they never feared the foe. So on they rode from Christmas Eve till dawn of Christmas Day. The Redskins heard the 9th was near, and they fled in great dismay. It didn't say his name. I wish I could find it, but it didn't say his name. But I found another poem, well, another saying by a brother. I don't know if this is Benjamin O. Davis that we know of in our books, but this right here was Benjamin Davis. And it said, if I got to hate somebody, rather it be judge and jury and mean boss man, not a poor black man like me. That was Soldier the Truth. Yeah, I got a couple of them on here. I'm going to read them. Then the other one said, I'm going to keep on singing. Or is that stinging? I'm going to keep on singing till I awake the conscience of America. That was Harriet Tubman. The real crime is against peace, progress, and democracy, against the working class and my people, the Negro people. And that was Ben Davis. I don't know, I just remembered his name and stuff. Then I was wondering, is that Benjamin O. Davis? We'll find out. Yeah, it'll show itself. We'll find out. Conflict between Indians and Black Americans continues to this very day. Before 1790, American Indians were accepted as a subcategory of whites. They received reparation benefits by claiming even an infinitesimal amount of so-called Indian blood. Blacks and Indians matched and mixed occasionally during the 400 years this country was developing. But today, Indian tribes, especially the Cherokee and Seminoles, have petitioned the federal government to exclude blacks who claim to have Indian blood from land grants, inherited rights, or financial settlements between the federal government and the Indians. Since there are no benefits associated with being black, Indians, like others, distance themselves from blacks. Oh, yeah. First national sympathy for slaves. Oh, Uncle Tom. The novel Uncle Tom's Cabin was a first in many respects. It was first published in 1852 as a serial in the National Era, an abolitionist newspaper. It became an instant hit when later published as a novel. Uncle Tom's Cabin carried a subtitle often forgotten today, or Life Among the Lowly. It sold more than 300,000 copies in its first year alone and became the first national bestseller. Harriet Beecher Stowe achieved her most significant first as the first writer to bring dignity to millions of enslaved black people. She presented black people to the world as just as human as white people, with the same range of human feelings, needs, and morals. Most white Americans were exposed to Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin for the first time as a musical play in the late 1800s. In 1903, a 12-minute motion picture of Harriet Stowe's novel gave this nation its first American black movie character, Uncle Tom. However, the first Uncle Tom film character was portrayed by a white person who smeared his face and hands with black shoe polish. 2 decades later, black minstrels imitated white minstrels by covering their hands and faces with black shoe polish. They mocked themselves for laughs. All right, okay, let's see. I'm about to let us go. But yeah, I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But this right here ain't even chapters, honey. It's just story after story after story after lesson after lesson after lesson after love after love after love. Dr. Claude Anderson. But I decrease, okay. The first black automobile maker in the early 1900s, Henry Ford, put America on wheels. Ford's Tin Lizzies and Model T Fords moved an eager nation into the automobile future. However, instead of having a Ford in their future, a few black Americans dreamed of driving a Patterson Greenfield automobile. This dream machine or automobile was built by black Americans. In 1873, the C.R. Patterson and Son Carriage Company of Greenfield, Ohio, became the nation's and the world's first black-owned automobile manufacturing company. Charles Patterson was born a slave on a West Virginia plantation. After the Civil War, he earned a living as a blacksmith using skills that he had mastered as a slave, and quickly established a reputation as a fine blacksmith. Patterson got a job at the Dines and Simpson Carriage and Coach Makers Company. He was promoted to management and went into partnership with a white man named J.P. Lowe. The company manufactured high-quality buggies and popular wagons. When J.P. Lowe died, Charles Patterson and other members of his family took full control and ownership of the business. It was his. It was his and J.P. Logan. They were partners. When J.P. died, he was still alive. It was still his business. Let's read. While continuing to produce fine wagons, the Patterson Company entered the world of automobile manufacturing. The Patterson automobile was reportedly a better quality than Henry Ford's Tin Lizzie, but could not compete with Ford's mass production assembly lines. Because, you know, white folks always had some assembly line, some form, shape, or fashion of the robotic makings, you know. Yeah. Less than 150 Patterson automobiles were produced. By 1930s, the company began shifting its production into buses, hearses, moving vans, and trucks. A few years later, the company closed its doors. Reportedly, some wagons and buggies manufactured by the Patterson and Son Carriage Company are displayed at the Greenfield, Ohio Historical Society building, but there are no known Patterson automobiles still in existence. So see, y'all, yeah, we ain't got to worry about the money and the money cuts, green soap. No, all we got to do is keep creating, keep building, keep trying to make life easy and helpful and comfortable for our people. And I want to say on that note right there, y'all, because you know I got to give us some motivation before I leave, because I know it's been a lot. But I want to say before I say this right here, we have a brother, our brother in Africa. Honey, why come he done made a self-charging vehicle? It make the electric vehicle that they got to plug up. You know, when you go to Walmart and stuff like that now, handicap ain't even first no more. Handicap got to share their first priority spot with the electric vehicles. Ain't that some shit? Well, our brother done invented a vehicle, and I'll probably show it later, but I got to do some chores and some help. But our brother got a self-charging vehicle. I don't know, long as your heart keep pumping, long as your mind keep thinking, long as your blood keep running and through your body and stuff, cycling, your car will power itself. I don't know. Maybe the sun powering it up when you sit in it. Maybe the sun is using your energy that is giving your body and it's powering up your vehicle. I don't know. I got to do some research on it. I just seen it myself. Because it said, wow, hell, while you over there charging up your car, your electric vehicle and stuff here, I'm powering up my car. So you see, yeah, the cosmos manifested us, honey. We finna start inventing, creating tools, resources, outlets that we need so we can survive. See, so we can survive. Why ain't nobody ever trying to make sure we can make it? Everybody making sure everybody else can make it. Everybody giving everybody else a helping hand. Why they can't do that for us? But that's all right, because we rather do it ourselves anyway, because the ass can't be trusted no way. So yeah, in our closing, y'all, let's just go over a little happiness. Where can we get our happiness from? How can we keep our spirits up? Because see, we got to keep our eyes on the prize because everybody else is. But we got to keep our spirits up. We can't get depressed. We can't get weary. We can't get down and out. We can't give up. See, we can't do that. So I want to leave us with a little thing that these help me. You know, just be grateful. Just be grateful, y'all. That's all. I don't care what you're grateful for. Just be grateful you woke up this morning. Your ass is up. Be grateful that the sun's shining. I don't even see the sun because it ain't out today. It's over there somewhere, but I know it's out. I know somebody getting some of it. Just be grateful for something. Be grateful for your paycheck. Be grateful the baby washed dishes for you. Your 13-year-old, when you came home from work, the dishes was washed. You know, she even cleaned out the refrigerator. So just be grateful. You know, I'll be grateful for anything. Just be grateful. Find something to have some gratitude about, because being grateful, y'all, it shields you from any negativity. Yeah, you know, when you got out your car and you walked in your house, you seen your neighbors across the street, both of them, looking out their window. You know they were talking about you. They were looking at you, talking, there she is again. You know, it shields you from all of that. It shields you from all that, because, honey, next thing they know, all they heard was you over there in your house, honey, and you were playing Earth, Wind, and Fire on your face. So, see, yeah, it shields you from negativity. That sat their ass down. They knew the next time when you right on dot coming home from work, because, see, they know when you make it home from work, because they be watching. They be watching, you see. So now they ask, no, oh, she'll be pulling up in the next 2 minutes. Let me get out the curtain and go over here and peek out this little peephole right here, you know. Yeah, so they ask no. But see, it shields you. It shields you from negativity. Gratitude makes you at least 25% happier. Whatever got you down and out, be grateful for something. You're going to immediately feel 25% happier. You just got to keep your mind on it now. Now, if you all down and out, you're angry, you're sad, you're depressed, you're crying and stuff, you can't think Yeah, I'm glad that paycheck coming tomorrow. And then you back off in it. You back off in your depression, your sadness, you back off in your feelings of loss. Woe is me. Honey, you got to stay on that check. My check coming tomorrow. I'm so thankful that check coming. I thank you, ancestors. Your high power. Keep your high power, whoever it is. Just add the ancestors with it. I thank you, Jesus, God, and the ancestors, if you will, and the ancestors. And when I get this check, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and wash my car. I'm going to go get the oil change. I'm going to pay my rent. I'm going to go buy my baby this big, beautiful cake that I seen. I already know how I want them to. You start plotting and planning and making plans. What you going to do with that check, honey, before you know it, you happy. You is so happy. You don't even forget about what you were depressed, sad, and feeling, some type of way about. Because see, you held on to that gratitude and it made you happier. It helped you to get around, see them feelings that was bringing you down and stuff. When you grateful, it rewires your brain. Same way, you're not thinking about them old tired ass holding you back feelings and thoughts and emotions and stuff. See, it rewires your brain. Now you can start thinking of the next paycheck and the next paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can just expand on that, whatever it is, It eliminates stress. Gratitude. When you got gratitude, you so grateful, honey, it eliminates stress. Yeah, it's like that you need. Yeah, it eliminates stress. You take a deep breath and you hold it in 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you let it out through your mouth real slow. Yeah, it relieves stress, eliminates it. Being grateful heals you. It heals your body, y'all. It heals you. It improves sleep. Being grateful boosts your self-esteem and your performance. Being grateful enhances the law of attraction. You grateful for that paycheck. Oh, honey, you so grateful for your paycheck. Be grateful because some more finna come. You finna get paychecks in the mail you didn't even know you had. You finna get paychecks from Department of Commerce, because Trump finna cut all their asses and stuff. In the Department of Commerce, they got to do an overhaul of everything unless the government decide, hey, you can't return that $2.93 million back to the people that didn't know they had lost money. You got to give that to us. So see, when you grateful of money and stuff, when you grateful of that paycheck, you got money just coming to you, just falling in your lap and stuff. Somebody, oh, I meant to give you this the other day when you brought me my package from downstairs, and I was waiting on it too, and I just wanted to give you this here. Oh, it's okay. It's just a little, $10 Target card or whatever. But you finna start getting, and yeah, we boycotting Target. We boycott. I don't like no big box stores to come think of it and stuff. But I'm just trying to give you some examples. Your prosperity, your abundance, the law of attraction finna send more. Whatever you grateful for, the law of attraction finna send more of that goodness to you. That goodness. We talking about the goodness now. If you got a mindset, that you shouldn't have and stuff, it probably bring you all to hell and stuff your ass don't even want. So be careful what you ask for. That's all I'm saying. Be sure that's what you want. And last but not least, gratitude improves your relationships. Honey, you got somebody in your life, be it your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your neighbor. Whatever the relationship is with somebody in your life and stuff, honey, be grateful to them. Be grateful to them, because all the other people that's grateful to them and that's happy to see them and they copacetic when they see them and stuff, it's your gratitude. See, it's your gratitude that keeps that homeostasis for y'all relationship. See, it's your gratitude that when they see you, they light up. Oh, sister, I've been thinking about you, sister. I couldn't wait to see you again, sister. I just had to tell you. It improves relationships. That's gratitude. Now, this is the last right here, y'all. Singing. And I love some music, honey. I'm waiting on the day I can get my voice back so I can sing to y'all. Yes, honey, because some Earth, Wind, and Fire, them were the messages. Them were the messages for our people. At one time, I wanted to, I'm going to give me stir food. I wanted to, something, I don't know. I wanted to give me a boom box. Oh, honey, I wanted to spend the whole day that I could. When the ancestors said, "Uh-oh, time to go." And honey, I wanted to be all over the block. You got a boom box, you get yours too. You know, and we finna play our old school music. Somebody need to cry for Black America. Black America, we need to get back in touch with our love for each other. Don't y'all got any feeling for us? Do you still got any love for us, Black America? I love y'all. Do y'all still got any love for us, Black America? See, we need to get back out here with our Al Green, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Commodores. You know, yeah, you can come out there and bring your LTD if you want to. Bring Lakeland, you know, Voyage to Atlantis. Bring all your music and stuff. You bring the Isley Brothers if you want to. I don't care. Curtis Mayfield. Yeah, bring all the music back that's got the messages to it. See, and we gonna play that, you know, because somebody need to cry. Somebody need to remember. See, their grandmama, their great-grandmama, the great-great-grandmama, even though she was an old lady sitting in that chair, always rocking them and stuff. Somebody need to remember something about the good of us, the love and the faithfulness of us, the loyalty that we have of us. Can somebody show a glimpse or something? Play a song from our village when we had the village, you know, when everybody cared for everybody, we looked out for each other and stuff, you know. That's how I feel. Maybe not nobody else. So yeah, you know, we want to keep a song in our heart, y'all. We want to keep a song in our heart. And did you know that music is the only activity that activates your entire brain? I'm going to research that again. Maybe I went too fast when I read it. Because when I read it, I was like, oh, all right. Yeah, that's me. I got that. I can do that. You know. But yeah, if I got it wrong, I'll let y'all know and stuff. But that's just what I think. But when you singing, your heart, you healing your body when you sing. Yeah. Pick your songs wisely, okay? Don't go out here singing no WAP and all that crazy shit, because you really hurting your body. Your lungs and your heart and stuff is on that frequency. So see that frequency right there is of a lower frequency, and it has its consequences to it. But if your music is of a higher frequency, a higher love, you know, then yeah, it's beneficial. Because, you know, there's a positive and a negative to everything. You know, up and a down, a left and a right. So, you know, yeah, that don't mean, you know, go put on WAP and all that other stuff. I don't even know some of them songs. Them the main ones I know to even mention of and stuff, because I don't listen to that shit, and you ain't going to play it around me either. But, you know, you can't listen to those songs right there and hope to evolve, hope to progress, to get some benefit out of it, because you ain't, because they low vibrational, Black America. And I'm beginning to think, I do think and believe that people did this on purpose. And people knew that they were putting out low vibrational music for us. They knew exactly who they were putting it out for. Of course, other people are going to gravitate to it and use it. But their whole culture not going to do that. Us, our whole culture tends to do that very thing. So people knew exactly what the hell they was doing. That's a motherfucking lie, you know. Yeah, they ought to be the ones that be left behind too. It's gonna be quite a few that's left behind. Keep your asses over there with white America. That's who you resonate with. That's who you love. That's who you chose. That's who you working to keep comfortable. Y'all need to stay over there at this time, you know. But singing, when you singing joyful and expressive songs, they can nourish your heart, balance your emotions, and uplift your spirit. I'm gonna go through this real fast. When you singing, your lungs. Singing helps expand your lungs and improve oxygen intake. Now, I already done said it. We living like white folks, breathing like white folks, thinking like white folks. Hell, some of y'all probably smelling like white folks and stuff. I mean, shit, you know, we ain't doing nothing like we do, like we were taught and raised and brought up to do. We done shifted our whole lifescape to white folks' life. Yeah, we like them and they like us now. Yeah, you know, I mean, that's just it. We eating like white folks. We get our self-care like white folks. Our medical treatments and stuff like white folks. You know, we just taking on the persona of white people. And that's to our detriment and stuff. So, yeah, I do believe we are breathing like white folks. We got these huge nostrils. You see how big my nose is? I ain't gonna let you look up in there too much, because yeah. But we got big nostrils to take in enough air for our lungs. You see? But we're not breathing properly. We breathing like white folks. In a score of years, our nose gonna be so thin like that right there. Gonna be like white folks, because we breathing shallow. I am now, because I stopped up a little bit and still got to blow my nose. But we breathing so shallow like white folks. We ain't even breathing right. I went to a breathing class last year. That's why I got them little things I be having on them acupuncture pressures and stuff, and I be putting them on my ears, because they for the ears and stuff, and learning that, wow, this is really how to breathe, and I'm still working on it. It's a process. I still have to tell myself to breathe properly, and sometimes when I won't blow all over the place and stuff, I'll show you how I learned it. But that just goes back to me saying that we breathing like white folks. We breathing so shallow, Black America. We are sneeze away from hyperventilating, because we breathing like white folks. We not even using our gifts that the cosmos has given to us. The cosmos has prospered us with, No, we not. We living like white folks taught us to live and stuff. Y'all got to break out of it. I already know. I got to work on it too. It's a process. I haven't mastered breathing properly for me, but I know, and I'm able to catch myself, when I'm focusing on it and I keep it at the forefront of my mind and stuff, I'm able to catch myself so I can put myself back on track. See, because white America got us, we like in the rough terrain right about now. We going into uncharted waters. Everything is unprecedented. A lot of things that's happening is unprecedented. We can't even begin to imagine how it's going to turn out. Unless you got personal freedom. You got personal freedom, honey. You can think how you want to think, say what you want to think. Yeah, you can be you. You can let your mind, do what it's supposed to do. You got a brain. You got a computer that's your own. Dr. Francis Cress Wellington said it's a big brain. Yeah. When you singing helps regulate your liver. It's healing too. Singing helps regulate emotions like frustration, anger, and stress. When you singing. Yeah. Singing can strengthen kidney energy by fostering vocal expressions. When you singing, honey, you hitting that high note, your kidney's doing the same thing. You up to, your kidney doing the same thing. It's healing. See? Because your kidneys is fostering the vocal expression. And that's all about singing, not just talking. These things not happening to me because I'm reading and talking. But when you singing, that's when you get the benefits. When you're grateful, that's when you get the benefits. So see, it's small things that can help propel us to our evolution. It's the small things that matter, that's possibly got the greatest treasures for us. It's not the overall treasures for us, because we still need that personal freedom to liberate our people. And without that and stuff, I don't know. Is that bag even worth it that you got on your arm? Because Dr. George Fraser said that he'd rather have a $2 purse with as much money it can fill up than to have that name brand purse you toting around over there with $10 in it. I'm just saying, that's what he said, But yeah, I digress, and I'll see you all later. And y'all have a wonderful day. It's beautiful out there, and I know somebody getting some of that sun, but I'm gonna go and be helpful. I'm gonna go and be helpful and help people that need my help, that ask for my help. That's all I could do. They must have asked me because they knew I probably would do it. I'm the best person to do it. I don't know. When they ask you for help, if you can do it and stuff, then just go ahead and do it for them. You're gonna get your rewards in abundance for it, because when you put good out there, good come back to you. So I love you all, and I'll see you all later. I know, Sister Vicky, it's so good to see you. Yep. Yeah, they cast spells over that negative music and send it out to do some major damage. Yeah, that's why I don't let nobody You can't come around me playing that shit no more. No. If that's the case, then honey, you're gonna have to sit here with your own babies. They is my grandbabies. But you're gonna have to sit here with them. You're gonna have to wash your own dishes because I ain't coming to help. I'm not coming to stay. I'll give everybody some love here, take $1 for all these babies and stuff, and I'm going home. I don't want none of that around me no more. And that's me setting my boundaries. No more of this bullshit music. Not in my house, not in my car, not in my presence. Because I can get up and go home. I don't care. Hey, I got to call you on the phone. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, but can you come home and go and get your kids? Because, see, your other kids done came home. Yeah, well, her ass 16. So, shit, from now on, you need to get her to watch the babies and stuff. If you know you finna go play bingo or get you your me time, because I know you need quality time and stuff. But, yeah, honey, you're going to have to call your daughter and tell her she's going to have to turn off all that WAP upstairs and stuff. I can hear that stuff right through my chest. Oh, yeah, well, Face, I got another 30 minutes. Oh, no, you don't. You got another 10 minutes. You either call your daughter and tell her, look, you're going to have to turn that shit off while Face is down there with them babies and stuff. Or hey, you get the baby, you of age, or I'm on my way. You ain't got many choices. I mean, we just going to have to start setting the barriers, the boundaries. You cannot cross this line no more. You cross this line right here, then you're against me and my peace of mind. You're against my abundance and my prosperity, which if we together, you my significant other, my family, my daughter, my son, my mother, sister, we together, we got some bonds, ties together. What's good for me, abundant and prosperous for me, will be for you also. It seems like that's how it worked with me. But I don't know. I digress. We all different. We all got different lives and different thoughts and different aspirations and stuff. I just say keep your eyes on the prize. Everybody else is, and love your people. I know. I love you all, and I'll see you all later. I'm proud of you too, sis. Vicky Shire. I know, right? Yeah. And this is just what we got to do. And it's happy. This is happiness. What else gonna make you happy and stuff? Going to the game? Ooh, when something happened, you don't even know which way to go. I don't know. Don't ask me. But yep, I'll see you all later. Peace and power to the people. And keep a song in your heart.